first of our series semi-finalists. Napalm leading the way into our 6 chrome-plated contenders. The chain-wielding Mace. The competition favourites Mortis with the deadliest of axes. The uplifting shovel and pneumatics of Behemoth. We've Kilotron's pickaxe and the charity outsiders Panic Attack. Only 2 will survive. Stay riveted to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man they're calling General Mayhem, Craig Charles.
It's time to get deadly serious in the first of our Robotwars semi-finals. Now, Washington Irving once said, it is the natural principle of war to do as much damage to your opponents with the least damage to yourselves. Clever man. But while it's easy to take the mick out of someone who states the blindingly obvious, it's good advice to our contenders. We've had 6 rounds of battles to get to this semi-final, and the robots that failed to harm their enemies are now rusting in a scrap heap in Saberton. Only the 6 most brutal have made it through to this. Let's meet and greet them.
First, from Dartford Girls Grammar School, Napalm.
They didn't get far with Detonator in the first wars. They controversially beat Demolition Demon in the opening heat of this series. This flame-coloured bot can push its own weight with a titanium front ramming scoop and a 16-inch chainsaw.
From Hemel Hempstead, Behemoth.
With its SodaStream CO2-powered pneumatic front bucket, it can hoist 1,000 kilos. It has 2 grinding discs at the rear, slow and very, very reliable.
From Cambridge, Mortis.
Sliced through the heat, sending Oblivion to oblivion. The Tanto Blade weapon is as strong as pneumatic road tools. The titanium Kevlar laminated shell seems as tough as the space shuttle. Will they be over the moon tonight?
From St Leonard's-on-Sea, Mace.
A mobile 6 mph steel roll cage with aluminium armour, a front lift which can hoist an 18-stone man, and a rear high-speed flail which can run at 2,000 RPM, driven by wheelchair motors.
From Bromley in Kent, Kilotron.
Seeded 4th for this series, grand finalists from First Wars, driven by an aircraft fitter and an engineer. The pickaxe is the same as last year, the shell is orange this time, and made from a modified wheelie bin lid.
From Cumbran, Panic Attack.
The only sponsored robot in this year's field, earning valuable money for charity the further it gets. It has electrically operated lifting spikes in the front to ram and raise the message, "Come into my parlour," said the spider to Craig.
As usual, they'll have to face several challenges. Challenges that are tougher than normal, because let's face it, these are tougher than normal robots. Only 2 will survive to get to the series grand final. Robotwars, the Armageddon. Hey, let's get on with the action.
This is the gauntlet. You know how it goes by now. Each contending robot has to start at the start line, get to the end zone in as fast a time as possible without becoming immobilized or breaking down. But this time, because they're semi-finalists, we've made the gauntlet a much more dangerous place to play in. The sphere of annihilation accompanies the ram rig. The flame pit is much more difficult to get past. The treacherous seesaw made even more treacherous by alongside it. The pit of oblivion. And this time, the Sentinel has 360 degrees of havoc to wreak.
Roboteers, stand by.
Napalm with David Crosby, Claire Greenaway and Rebecca Glenn.
So what do you think of the people you're up against?
Oh, I think we're all about the same. I think we've got quite a good chance with some of them, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know, I don't like the look at his axe. I mean, that's pretty lethal, that's.
That's Kilotron's axe.
Yeah, Kilotron's axe. You know, if we had a chainsaw on, I'm pretty sure we could cut through all that plastic and wood, you know. But we haven't. So...
3.
Teacher David Crosby's been great fun throughout Robot Wars. Now speed away from the traps, as essential here as it is in a greyhound race, and Napalm is very quick away and almost through! Well, finally, Shup comes across, it's too little too late! Yippee Napalm, napping, nasty house robots! They're through, what a run!
Napalm, come onto the platform!
Where were the house robots?
Claire Greenaway and Rebecca Glenn. Well, that wasn't bad, was it?
No, excellent. It's great fun.
15 seconds! You've got to be through to the next round with a run like that.
Let's hope so.
What made you do the seesaw?
Well, with Centaur there, we thought, well, if we go that side, then he might not be able to get us. And he didn't, so we're happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Napalm! 15 seconds!
The Sentinel and the rest of the house robots asleep. Where were you? Completing the course, Napalm.
Roboteers, stand by.
Behemoth with Ant, Mike and Edward Pritchard.
It's been a slow but sure route to victory so far, and I say so far because now the fight starts for real. How do you feel?
Not too bad. We're hoping to play it like we've done before. Take our time, tactics, and try and flip them.
So what tactics?
Steer clear of major robots, but we've upgraded it a little bit better now. We've moved pistons forward so it lifts a bit more weight.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Ant had his toe run over by brother Mike while testing the robot. Great fun in the Pritchard household. Up comes Behemoth. Up and over that ramp again, but look, there's Shunt. Oh, look at the punishing power of Shunt. Almost lifting there the seesaw, buckling it. Now Behemoth tries to get that pneumatic bucket to work at the front. Matilda closes in. Grimacing, concentrating, and in pain, and shunted well and truly.
Michael Pritchard, Edwin Pritchard. Well, you got over the seesaw, you got caught by Shunt, you tried to pick it up, and then it all went pants.
It did. Shunt pushed the ramp and we just got stuck underneath and, oh dear.
Flipped over.
Yeah.
You told me before that that little shovel at the front can pick up a grown man.
Been picking me up. It's been picking me up fine.
Maybe you're not as heavy as Shunt.
No, obviously not. Obviously not.
Well, we don't know if you've done well enough to get through to the next round. We'll have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, Behemoth. Disappointed there.
Driven by a soda stream bottle. It ain't fizzing. 7.5 metres for Behemoth.
Roboteers, stand by.
Mortis with Rob Knight, Arthur Chilcott and Ben Impey.
Who are you going to go for?
Don't really think that's our choice, is it? We just kind of get who we get and see if it goes okay on the day. Gauntlet, I think, is going to be through the middle as fast as we can.
Through the middle?
Yeah. Might have a go at that JCB digger.
Yeah.
It's not a JCB digger, so you might have to go at the Sentinel.
The Sentinel, yeah. I don't know, because if there's some hydraulic pipes exposed, I mean, I end up in the pit again, but might have a quick nip in or bang. I don't know, see how it goes.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Certainly got the deadliest looking weapon in the field. That Tanto blade up and over the seesaw there. Oh, magnificent stuff! Evel Knievel! A little jump, but it's tumble. Now, can it get those Renault conveyor chain tank-style tracks working to right itself? In comes Shunt. It's taking punishment. I think they've probably done enough to get through, but they will want to avoid any sort of punishment. Matilda in the background, and it's used the Tanto blade to drag itself off. Almost piercing the Shunt camera there. The front of Shunt, and they're through. Oh, and hits back at Matilda after the event.
Mortis, go to the platform. Well, you took out Matilda camp.
Looks like it, yeah. I thought it was all right when I hit that fence.
Well, it was like you went for a high jump. It was like something out of James Bond. That was you. End up on your side. Then Matilda helped you out by righting you. And what do? You go and put an axe through Matilda camp. Well, you're through to the end zone. You're through to the next round.
Yeah, that's close.
How you feeling?
I don't know how we did.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
On come the St. Box ambulance men. Ooh, lend her a lens, boys. Mortis completing the course behind Napalm.
Roboteers, stand by.
Mace, Shane Howard and Brian Fountain, a very pleasant, modest team.
Who are you most worried about?
The Hammerbots, I think. Mortis especially. Very powerful.
Can it get through your thickened shell?
Probably, yeah. There's very few vital bits and pieces that can damage though, so it'll keep running with lots of holes.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Roboteer Brian Fountain once made miniature fairground rides from baby milk tins. Yeah, right. Approaching the Sentinel. Oh, is that wide? No, it isn't wide. That's a dummy run, though, by Mace. They turn back to avoid the Sentinel and take on the seesaw with those wobbly wheels. Boys, what are those wheels for in the front? This is the old supermarket trolley you end up with, the wonky one. But still up and over the seesaw and into Shunt! And Shunt pushes and heaves! And they lost face with Mace.
Go to the platform. Shane Howard and Brian Fountain. 3 coins in the fountain, 1 robot in the pit. What went wrong?
Well, he got under the ramp, couldn't move it. unfortunately.
It looks like you've made the least amount of distance so far. You've got to keep your fingers crossed, otherwise you're going out. You're going out of the competition.
That's all right. We're pleased to get this far.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Remain safe.
I think the crowd would like to see them go through, but only 6.9 metres. Is that enough?
Robotwars, stand by.
Kilotron with Richard Broad and Abdul and Ian Degia.
I think we've got a good chance to. Our pickaxe is so sharp now that it'll go for anything.
You've been sharpening it up.
We have. Yeah, Ian's been sharpening it up, so we like sharpening.
So who do you think you can beat, and who do you think you can't beat?
I think we can beat everyone.
3, 2, 1, activate.
It was supposed to be pink again this year, Kilotron, but Richard Broad bought the wrong paint. To take on the seesaw, slow progress. Can get up to 15 miles an hour, 75 kilos of bot. They easily overcome the spikes, of course. Now Shunt awaits with the pickaxe into Shunt. Also, you can just see the flame of the sergeant there. Through Shunt and Matilda, but there's a spike awaiting. Matilda's tusks underneath Kilotron. Away from Shunt and that spike. Can they get through now? Kilotron turning and through. That's a good run. Well done, Richard Broad. Good steering.
Across the platform. Well, no problems there.
No, I was a little bit worried when we went towards a pit on the ramp. It looked really awkward, but we got there.
You never seem to get that axe into anything, though.
No, I think we was more concentrating getting to the other end than using the axe this time.
We want to see the axe. We want carnage. We want violence.
Right, next time.
Next round, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
And the skull and crossbones on the victory pennant says there could be violence. Kilotron through. Mace looks in trouble.
Robotwars, stand by.
Panic Attack with Captain Kim Davis, Kevin Pritchard, Lee Wickham.
Tell me about the modifications.
Well, we bought a tin of paint and we painted the spikes.
They're now bloodstained. Lovely. Is this your hit list here?
Yeah, we got two. We'll go for Matilda next should we get a chance.
But what about the contending robots?
We'll deal with them in a very short time, I think, and then go straight for the next one on the hit list.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, we know what they can do to the house robots. Panic Attack spun Shunt off in the sumo ring in its heat. And now taking on the gauntlet and needs to cover 6.9 metres. Have they chosen the right option here? Because they're taking on the ram rig and the circular shores. A little bit of pace to get through, can get up to 9 miles an hour. The boys from Mace anxiously looking on, of course. They're last in the field so far. And it's panic across the face of Panic Attack.
It's not looking good for that last robot.
It's not, is it? I know how it feels. I know how it feels.
Well, it's obvious now, I should think, between Mace and Panic Attack. Who goes out, though? Can they creep forward a couple more centimetres? Just a couple more centimetres! There they go! Have they got enough? It's going to be very, very tight. Very tight.
Come off the platform.
Okay, round stopped, and now we have a little wait.
I think he's got far.
You think he's got far enough?
Never mind.
You're not filling up there, are you, Shane?
No, don't do things like that.
What made you choose that route?
Well, everybody was going down the centre. We thought we'd make it a bit different, try that direction. Unfortunately, got hung up on the cutters there.
Well, we have a very interesting result here.
Okay, I've just got the news.
Interestingly enough, you've travelled exactly the same distance as Mace.
It is exactly the same measurement.
So you and Mace are going to have to run the gauntlet again?
You're going to have to run again.
No, not Kim.
You're not yet out, but you're not yet through.
This has never happened before in Robot Wars. Mace and Panic Attack to go again, head to head. Technical expert Derek Foxwell spins the coin. They're deciding which lane to start in. And it looks as if Shane has won the toss. And it looks as if Mace will be starting, as we look at it, in the left-hand lane, which means they could have to come out and go against the Sentinel. Let's have a look at their stats in the first ever race-off in Robot Wars. Panic Attack against Mace. Panic Attack, slightly the heavier, but certainly the faster.
Robotwars, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
History is made on Robot Wars, the first ever race-off, and immediately Panic Attack makes further progress. You see, that choice of lane's decisive. Panic Attack can take on the seesaw. Mace has to go beyond the Sentinel, which is blocking its path now. So far, it's Panic Attack from Mace. Mace being pinned by the Sentinel and very nearly going there. Forced backwards, just surviving. Meanwhile, Panic Attack takes on Shunt. Shunt holding Panic Attack back, but Panic Attack still leads. My goodness me! Mace is flipped and survives the flip by Sentinel. Still though, Panic Attack is further down the course. Mace now needs to go. Panic Attack gets a flick of the scorching flame from Sergeant Bash. And Mace is coming back ever so slowly. Mace now pushed away by the Sentinel, teetering, tottering and gone. And Panic Attack is through.
Mace, come onto the platform! Panic Attack, come onto the platform! Well, you decided to take on the Sentinel and lost.
Well, I'm not surprised.
In the pit again?
We'll try our best.
Oh.
Never mind.
Not disappointed too much?
Nah, it's all right.
You're going to come back for the next war?
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause, Mace. But you're relieved, aren't you?
Oh, you don't know.
You took a good beating from Shunt as well, didn't you?
Again, yes, he's on our hit list yet again.
Well, you did better than Mace, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're through to the next round.
We're through again.
Jammy. Ladies and gentlemen, Panic Attack. Give them a round of applause.
So they both record 6.9 metres from their first run, but it's Mace who go out.
One robot down, one more to go after this special semi-final trial. Now, according to The Who, all you need to be a pinball whiz with the supple wrists. But being a teenage boy will have no advantage in this particular contest. Here you need guts and mechanical power. Each of our surviving robots will try and score as many points as possible by attempting various challenges, from navigating obstacles to knocking down targets to taking on the house robots. The harder the challenge, the bigger the points. Whoever gets the lowest score will be thrown to the mods and rockers outside. Hey, let the trial begin.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
How much has that race-off taken out of Panic Attack? 5 points scored for each brick knocked down, 10 points for each barrel knocked down. Hey, did you see that? There was a chip off the old block in there. The barrels are tumbled, and the bricks too. By the way, any brick or barrel knocked down by a house robot won't count. There's Killalot closing. Every time they go on the seesaw, that's 15 points. Now to take on Dead Metal, protecting that 75-point buffer. Points scored by Panic Attack, backing into the bricks. And again, this is a good run so far. Dead Metal again protecting its buffer zone. But coming away, that's an open goal. Go on, get in there. Oh, why didn't they score 75 points? They seem to get stuck. Now taking on Matilda's zone. The Tusk's praising open the aluminium shell and causing damage. They've got to get out of there and quick. Spinning away from Matilda. Good driving from Kim Davis. Those bricks already down. Look, one brick completely shattered. These are concrete blocks, let me remind you.
We've got enough there.
What power. What a good run. 320 points scored for Panic Attack.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Here come the girls from Dartford Grammar School then, and their teacher David Crosby, scoring easy points against the brick blocks. The barrel's just ready to drop. Looks a bit rickety now, and Robot War damaged napalm, doesn't it? Needs another run, I think, against those barrels just to score, well, at least 20 points. Crash to the ground. Now, against the seesaw. Seesaw. Ooh, Marjorie floor. There's a flaw in that run. They failed to complete the seesaw. That won't count points. Oh, no. They need to get off there, really. That's what David's saying. Get away from the seesaw now because Killalot's coming in. Oh, that dreadful lance. That's not the main weapon, though, of Killalot. It's those awful claws. And there's a clause in his contract to destroy, kill and maim, and that's what they want. This doesn't look good for napalm. Napalm burnt, frizzled.
Come off the platform. Well. I didn't didn't go very well for you, did it?
No, if he hadn't have got us, it might have gone okay, but he came and pinned us and then cooked us alive, so...
But you fell off the seesaw, and then it was barbecue napalm.
Yeah.
Well, you scored 65 points. I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough to get through to the next round. But ladies and gentlemen, napalm! Well done, guys!
Well, this is going to be tougher than it looks for the rest, but only 65 points for Napalm.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Brothers 17-year-old Mike and 21-year-old Ant Pritchard at the controls of Bailey. Again, slow and steady. Using that front scoop. The ball knocked away. If it drops into one of the holes, they'll pick up 20 points. There's 25 already from the bricks, and another 30 tumble from the barrels. Bulldozing its way through Behemoth, as it has done throughout Robot Wars. And Killalot simply plucks it into thin air and says, "You've had enough fun, boys. You're coming with me. You're going to go in a pit. This one will do. Bye-bye, Behemoth. Bye-bye." 95 points scored, though. Enough to beat Napalm at least.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So we see the killing machine Mortis. Very slow and steady to start with. They won't score points by hitting the seesaw with that blade. They need 15 points by crossing the seesaw, a complete run. What are they doing here? They've not got enough early points on the board. Killalot climbing and clambering, now veering away from that deadly-looking blade. Were they trying to point score by knocking the ball into a hole? I don't know. Here's Dead Metal protecting this buffer zone. They're trying to damage Dead Metal. They won't score points for that, though. Finally, some on the board. At least 30 scored in there, and another 5 topples. Don't forget, they've only got 65 points to beat. In comes Killalot again. They're cushioned in there. Have they done enough? Oh, Killalot's taken a tumble. He lost his way. But they lost theirs. 100 points. Mortis safe. Only Killatron to run.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
They won't be pleased that Killalot's been retrieved from the pit. Killatron against the brick wall, edging forward, driven by 2 wheelchair motors, 2 12-volt batteries, running at 24 volts together, of course. Don't forget, it won't count if a house robot knocks down bricks or barrels. Yes! 30 scored there by Killatron. In comes Killalot. Oh! That's the first time we've seen the pickaxe in this semi-final. Don't forget, 2 teams to go through from this semi-final to the series grand final. Now this is great stuff. Murder and mayhem's about to end now. Ouch! Ouch! Veering away and time ticking down. They need points here, Killatron. And they need points fast. Bricks being skiffled. Turned on its side. Righting itself. Have they done enough to go through? Yes, they have. 135 points. And the girls from Napalm are out. And they're in tears.
Here in the pits, very sadly, I think the girls are consoling each other. Napalm is out. The Behemoth team from Hemel Hempstead, not a lot to do for you. In fact, there's not a lot to do to any of the robots, because once we get to this stage, Panic Attack are merely changing batteries. Once we get to this stage, the robots are all so strong that there's not many running repairs to do, apart from a little bit of patching up here for Killatron, where those jaws of death sliced in here.
Queen were right. We've no time for losers, because these are the champions. This is the arena. Normal rules apply. You've got to kick the other robot's teeth in, or immobilise them. If there's no clear winner, a decision will be made by our panel of judges. They'll be looking at style, control, aggression and damage. Hey, let the fighting begin.
The first of our battles for a place in the series grand final, Mortis against Panic Attack.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Panic Attack, the heavier. Both of these bots can get up to 9 miles an hour. Mortis is the deadlier, surely. With that sharpened blade. Great speed by Panic Attack. Good steering by Kim Davis to get away. An enduring robot. The blood-stained fangs to no avail against Mortis with the titanium laminated Kevlar shell. Almost hit. Oh goodness me, what a surprise! Mortis has gone out! That's a huge shot! Panic Attack have gone through to the grand final!
Panic Attack! Come on to the podium! Yes!
In my heart, Harry.
That was brilliant.
Yes, really good.
I mean, Mortis were one of the favourites, and he just threw them in the pits.
Yeah, we thought we were going to end up like Swiss cheese, but I just can't believe we beat them.
I don't think they axed it you one time, did it?
I really don't know. I was too busy trying to avoid it and push them, but...
Wicked driving, wicked power.
Yeah.
You're through to the grand final.
Oh, yes.
Give them a round of applause! Panic Attack!
What a surprise, the Mortis boys. Competition favourites out. Kilotron against Behemoth now to join Panic Attack.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Kilotron surely with more attacking power with that pickaxe against Behemoth's bulldozing scoop. Little flip, little hop, skip and a jump. Kilotron and survival. Oh, look at that for damage. Well, slicing down through, penetrating the Dexian shell of Behemoth. And again, looking to cause major damage here, slicing down through. Digging out a V-shaped crevice in the front of Behemoth. Kilotron well on top here, and pulling, and rocking, and rolling, and toppling. And it's Kilotron through, and Behemoth immobilized.
Kilotron! Come on to the podium! Kilotron! Yes! Well,
That took a bit of effort, actually.
you're through to the grand final, but hey, it was a good fight, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
we really enjoyed that.
It took you ages to sort of get your axe working, get it in the right place.
That's right. It's such a, I don't know, it's a different shaped robot, so we just didn't know where to put the axe, really, and it was good driving on their part.
Must be pretty relieved to be going through.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Well, if you get excited by sightseeing tours, you've probably exploded watching Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
So Kilotron joins Panic Attack in our grand final. 2 more robots to find in our next series semi. Join us then.
Tell me how you felt at that eureka moment when you broke through something.
Ecstatic, I was like, no, I couldn't stop myself, I just kept on hammering away.
Get this fight solved, but shame we went out, but I'm glad we went out the way. It's getting a bit dangerous now.
Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club. Send a £10 cheque or postal order to Robot Wars London W1A3AR. Members will also receive a badge, video and club magazine if you build a qualified semi-final and 6 more contenders. But will reigning champions Roblox survive against the brutality of competition favourite Cassius? The vicious terrier-like determination of King Buxton. The uplifting but methodical drive of GBH. The antagonistic wedge of Stilton. In other words, Blunderbird 2. Or rank outside a hard bar. Stay riveted.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who always goes over the top. Craig Charles.
The moment we've all been waiting for, the second of our Robot Wars series semi-finals. And the war has been a tremendous success. Some people have said it's the nation's greatest triumph since Bucks Fizz made their mind up in 1981. Others have said it does for robots what plastic surgery has done for Michael Jackson. made them cut up and battered. And others have simply said it's better than the series on arts and craft on the other side. After some serious heavy metal combat, only the most fearsome of robots have made it this far. Let's meet and greet our 6 semi-finalists.
First, from Bodmin Community College, our reigning champion, Roadblock.
They believe they're stronger than ever before with their new aluminium chassis replacing the old steel, the front wedge and rear barrel are back though, and the tungsten tooth circular saw.
From Stowmarket, Cassius.
At 25 mph, the quickest in the semi, a sleek-looking stealth bomber of a bot with a CO2 gas-powered ram capable of lifting 1.5 tons. Named after Muhammad Ali, it floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
From Hornchurch in Essex, King Buxton.
The movable titanium spikes are menacing, low, fast and highly manoeuvrable, but Captain Simon Harrison once built hi-fi speakers that were so big they couldn't be moved. No go for the go-go dancer.
From London, GBH.
Grievous bot arm they promise with 4 7-inch diameter circular saw blades and a front lifting ramp which can throw 12 stone, making this devil-eyed creature a real menace. It runs on DC servo motors.
From Borden in Hampshire, Blunderbird 2.
They even have their own theme tune extolling the virtues of this modified version of the original Blunderbird from the First Wars. The raising blade on the front can plough through opponents. The steel pneumatic ram can puncture and wound.
From Cannock in Staffordshire, Hardball.
And according to its stickers on the side, it can bludgeon, carve, destroy, disembowel, decapitate and violate with its cutting disc and front scoop. It's nippy at 12 miles an hour, Craig.
As usual, our contestants will face several challenges. Challenges that are harder than normal, and that's pretty hard. Only 2 will survive for a place in our series grand final, Robot Wars the Armageddon. Let's get stuck in with the first of our 3 rounds.
Those brutes that are our semi-finalists may think they're tough, but they haven't faced our new and improved gauntlet yet. The rules are just the same, it's just the execution that's very difficult. They start at the start line, have to get to the end zone in as fast a time as possible without becoming immobilized or breaking down. Now, we've kept those features we're most proud of, like our angle grinders and flame pit, but this time the pit of oblivion has to be got past via the sphere of annihilation or the 360-degree arc of anarchy provided by the sentinel there. And if you're just wondering about these breeze blocks, see my muscle strain as I pick it up? These really are very heavy indeed.
Roboteers, stand by.
The defending champions Roadblock with Hender Blewett and Chris Kinsey.
The only option we can actually fit down is the Sentinel route, because every other route's got some sort of width restriction. But the Sentinel is
under instruction that he can do whatever he wants in there today.
So I mean, hopefully the bucket will just be doing the old radius sweep. But if it's going up and down, it could punch the bonnet and go through it. It's just a risk we've got to take. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
110 centimetres wide. Too big for its own good, and they didn't look confident taking on the Sentinel. It's their only route. Turning to get the circular blade into play, and immediately sparks fly. The circular saw blade with a tungsten tip teeth, and that's caused damage there for the Sentinel, gouging out metal. They know they're pinned in here. Peter Kinsey, the teacher, behind, and that is disappointing progress, if any at all. And was that a wave farewell from Peter Kinsey? Only 5.45 metres for the defending champions Roadblock.
We wait and see, and we have a tea.
I'll second that. Let's get charged up, ready for the next round.
Yeah.
My money's on Rex.
Roboteers, stand by.
And here he is, Rex Garrett with Cassius.
So who, if anyone, do you most fear?
Kill a lot. I don't think I can kill him.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This one of the great characters of Robot Wars, Rex Garrett, special effects expert, and through the brick wall, and taking on the huge board, and into the pit, and there's Shunt to block the way. He loves to take on the house robots, or any obstacle he can face, Cassius and Rex Garrett. There's Shunt come, oh look at that! Penetrating punishment! Just giving Cassius a little ventilation, Shunt. But the weirdy beardy continues. Has it done enough, Rex Garrett? Well, he looks doubtful. Only 5.15 metres, that's a shock!
Roboteers, stand by.
King Buxton, Captain Simon Harrison.
Here in the pits, the King Buxton team are really looking stressed.
Yeah, no, we're just staying calm. We're okay.
So you're not frightened of any of the robots at all?
No. I wouldn't say that. I would say he's not scared, he's the driver. He's a good driver. No, we're confident. Just go out and see what happens.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Steve Monk, Phil Brett and Simon Harrison have the power and pace here. Oh, look at that, through the brick wall. Oh, Shunt's drunk! He's got into the pit! Matilda's tusk is bent! Almost out of shape, what a run here by King Buxton! Speed, manoeuvrability, and they're through! Terrific! King Buxton! Come on, Napoleon!
Well, no problems there, eh?
No, it seemed to go quite well. The ball moved easier than we thought, and after that I think we had a bit of luck.
Well, you put the ball in the end zone, a better shot than Robbie Fowler. You're in the end zone, Shunt's in the pit.
Where it should be.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, King Buxton, round of applause. Well done.
Give Shunt a breath test, someone! King Buxton completing the course.
Roboteers, stand by.
GBH, great, brave and honourable.
So who are you most worried about facing in these semis?
Roblox, because he's so big, and we could probably lift him up, but whether we could actually push him, I don't know. He's just an unmanageable size.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Mike Rickard, Mike Smith and Charles Lavery have been great fun through Robot Wars. And GBH has been powerful and steady. Look at the front bucket there. Can throw 12 stone. Oh, what on earth were they doing?
GBH, go to the platform.
Formless, brainless, hideous GBH.
What was that all about?
Well, I'm not going to say it was tactical.
But it was, wasn't it?
Well, we hit the brick wall. The trouble was, we turned the power down because the wheels were slipping. Okay, so then it started to edge through because the wheels was getting grip, which was fine. But then I switched it over and it just lurched forward a little bit.
This is all rot. You drove into that pit intentionally.
Why not?
Well, you've got far enough to make it into the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
Oh, super tactics, my grievous bot. Like heck, but GBH through 6.6 metres.
It was teetered on the pit, and I thought about pulling it back, but it'd gone too far by that stage. I changed my mind at the last moment.
All right, well done, guys. So you're through.
Yeah, thanks.
What's this racket in here? Into the arena, just before the Plundered Bird team go on. They've only got the whole audience clapping them to their own song, which they call with them. Thanks for that, guys.
As the world spins to its doom towards the end of time, the earth is silent once again for mankind's deadly cry.
Thunderbird 2, they're certifiable.
Roboteers, stand by.
Thunderbird 2, menacing.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
It is hardly a menacing start. Steady, not spectacular. Through the cement blocks, but Shunt already across to cut the route off. And they're blocked in here between Shunt, cement blocks and the ball, and here comes Matilda as well. They're Shunt. Well, Blunderbird 2 forced all the way back from whence it came. Trying to get the raising plough-like blade on the front into play. There's the pickaxe of Shunt, the circular sword Matilda. And they're going nowhere, Mike Onslow, Brian Gilbert and Ken Burt. Oh, how disappointing. The record got stuck, lads.
On the way through, comes the platform. Well, you say you like inflicting damage, but it looks like all the damage is on you this time.
Yeah, we got plenty of damage done to us, but as last year, we will be back and we'll get them next time.
Well, I don't know if you've done enough to get through. It's going to be difficult for you.
I really don't think we have done enough to get through, but we'll get you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Thunderbird 2. Some of the best characters in the wars.
Oh, music lovers of the world, unite! They've gone. With those sunglasses on, watch the steps, lads. Only 0.9 metres, surely not enough.
Let me just say... No, he's not crying yet.
There's a small tear.
You're not out yet?
I think we can reasonably assume that no one can
Someone
get
else
further
is
than
gonna
the
get half
back
a
edge
mil,
of the
aren't they?
arena. Yes.
Roboteers, stand by.
Aardvark, last to go.
We've had a bit of another setback. Our electronics engineer has had to go back to work. His manager won't let him have the day off. So we're down to the two of us now, which means that I get to take over the electronics side. So he's drawn me a little plan of what I've got to put together to get the electronics working for the weapon. And I'm frantically trying to put it together now.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Here comes Aardvark, Liz Harrison. In the earlier heat of Robot Wars, splendidly supportive of the robot. Very excitable. Nothing to be excited about here. Look at the dents already, the bashes and bruises of a bitter Robot Wars history for Aardvark. And this is a great run through so far, actually, on this near side now. Turning against the Sentinel, Matilda behind there. They've done enough already to go through. Now it's a question of damage limitation, or is Matilda dragging it back?
Going back.
Now dragging Aardvark back up the cliff.
Come on, Matilda. Come on, you can do it. We promise not to kill you if you get us through.
Can Aardvark hang on? Have they reached far enough? Is Plunderbird 2 still in? No! Aardvark 2.4 metres through, and the Plunderbird team goes.
I hate tearful farewells.
We've got the grudge match. Yeah. That's going to be fun.
It's not quite the same though, is it, Mick? You were driving, it's your fault. Yeah.
Stop being so sensitive.
Can't help it, Gov. Sensitive lads. Yeah. Got a Kleenex?
One robot down. One more to go in this special semi-final trial. It's just your average game of pinball. Only in this game of pinball, the house robots do the tilting and the damage costs more than £1 a go. Each of our surviving robots will try and score as many points as possible by attempting various challenges, like navigating obstacles and knocking down targets and taking on the house robots. The harder the challenge, the bigger the points. The robot with the lowest score will slip through the jaws of oblivion. Hey, let the trials begin.
This should be good fun. I mean, this game is probably the best game I've ever seen. Yeah, it's going to be a good laugh.
Okay, your teams have gone in, go on.
3, 2, 1, activate.
But who'll have the last laugh? That's the police siren you can hear there on top of Roadblock, in addition. The Robot Wars this time around. They get the ball in the pit, that's 20 points. If they get themselves in the pit, that's no points. Cover bricks down, 5. If the house robot knocks bricks or barrels down, it's no point scored. In goes the ball, 20 points. Can they get beyond Matilda and hit that 50-point marker? Matilda's gone, brilliant stuff. Get out of there, Matilda. Bricks and barrels tumble, the siren rings in triumph. Now they're taking on Dead Metal. 75 points is open there, go on, get beyond Killalot, no! Killalot's flail and pinches come into the large, slips Roadblock and tosses it like some autumnal leaf. They're shut in through the bricks, barrels tumbling too, good scoreline here as the seconds seep away. Well done, the boys from Bobnett. The style of champions.
Roadblock, come up to the podium! Wow. Now that was pretty spectacular, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I know you weren't happy in the gauntlet, but do you know how many points you scored?
No, not
355 points! Well, it looks like you are going to be setting the pace. Give Roadblock a round of applause.
355. Well, I know Rex, Garen and Cassius think they can do better.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Cassius with the mighty punch. Look at the barrels and the bricks go. Already at least 30 points scored from barrels. I'd say at least 30 points scored from bricks as well. There's Kill-A-Lot waiting though. And Cassius, always lifted up on those bricks. Needs to get out of there. Look at the puncture marks on top. And he's been pinned down by the lance of Kill-A-Lot and dragged effortlessly into the air. Goes beyond the ramp. Turns up. Ah, brilliant! Superb gymnastics from Cassius. The little backflip was super. Let's have a look. Hey! How about that? Break dancing from Rex, Garen and Cassius. That's terrific. A little bunny hopping away. Magnificent stuff. Needs to get points on the board though. This time Matilda's in and ooh, look at that! A tracker's gone. A major problem there. Immobilised at the end.
Cassius, come on to the platform. That was one of the most spectacular bits of robots here I've ever seen on Robot Wars. What was that about?
A self-righting mechanism.
A self-righting mechanism. It was like a double somersault in the air.
Yeah, well, that's just one of its tricks. Unfortunately, the robot was not really designed for this. I can get bricks jammed under me, so I knew I wouldn't do very good in this one.
Well, he didn't need that badge. You know, you got 200 points.
Well,
so you might have done enough to get yourself through.
But I mean, the sad thing is, I didn't hit a house robot. I mean, that's not worth coming for, really, is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Cassius!
Obviously the disco dancing king of Robot Wars. Rex, Garen, Cassius, 200 points.
King Buxton team,
Hello?
why are you filing? Thought you said you had no work to do.
Well, it's something to do, isn't it? Just thought I'd have a bit of extra clearance and...
All right, well, you can do your nails then.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, activate.
We know King Buxton is fast. Those spikes can ram and lift. And through the bricks, there's a barrel turning away. Now, up and over the ramp. 15 points to get up and over that seesaw, carrying a brick all the way. King Buxton could be something of an underdog for the title in Robot Wars. Avoiding the pit. Certainly confounding the experts here. Going to get 2 robots go through from this second semi-final to our grand final. Kill-A-Lot pushing King Buxton in onto the bricks. That could be a problem. Ground clearance only 50 millimeters. Could get stuck. Well, not the speed like that. Spinning wheels, attempting 50 points. Matilda pushing away. I'm not too sure whether they've scored enough points, King Buxton. Very quick and nippy, but how many on the board? Only 165. Aardvark and GBH next to come.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Survived the tug of war in their earlier heat, GBH. 79.3 kilos, a lot of weight. A lot of shove from the lifting ramp. The rear circular saw blades are 7 inches each. In goes the ball, that's 20 points for a start. The bricks tumble, there's at least 20 in there. Ooh! But Kill-A-Lot flipping that heavyweight robot into the air. Oh, and look at the pincer. Ready to move in for the kill on the blade. Eek, eek, eek. A quick tweak. And now the lift. He knows there's nothing he can do. Kill-A-Lot for fun. This is what you should be doing, boys. Up and over that seesaw. You won't get any points for that. The weight drags Kill-A-Lot down. Charles Lavery there seems to be really enjoying it. Kill, kill, kill. Humanists, all of them, the Robot War supporters. And kill it is into the pit at flames and torture and torment.
GBH, come up to the platform. Well, it's Could have got a bit pear-shaped, couldn't it?
Well, not down there. It was getting a bit touch and go.
Yeah.
Do we get 15 points for being carried over the ramp?
No, you don't. What you have done is 145 points with 1 run to go. So at the moment, it looks like it's all gone pear-shaped for you guys, and you're out of the competition. Fingers crossed that the next guys don't do as good as you. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for GB8.
Captain might rip off, puts a brave face on it. Only 145 points with Aardvark still to come.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Team down to 2. Aardvark through the bricks and the barrels. The bricks again, there's another 20 go. 20 points that is. 15-point seesaw ramp. Aiming for the bricks and the barrels. Steady tactics, most robots have used them so far. Now pushed in by the ball. Rolling slowly and Killalot. Nudging it into the side. Ram rig in there, and I don't think Aardvark's going to get out. The only way it can come out is lifted out by Killalot onto its side. There's the vulnerable belly. No more points scored by Aardvark. They clearly think they're out, don't they?
Aardvark, come onto the platform.
Let's see.
You look a bit nervous.
Oh, I should start with, yeah, because that big brute.
Do you think you've done enough?
Honestly, no.
How do you feel?
Well, I wish we had another go at that Sir Killalot. We could go get him.
He's looked very disappointed, and I can tell you that unfortunately you scored 160 points. You're through. Ladies and gentlemen, Aardvark, you're through to the arena.
Look at the relief. Robot Wars becoming very tense, and it's GBH going out with 145.
Well, you look like a bunch of miserable old sods.
We're tired, we're lost, we want to go home.
It's time for the arena and for our robots to fight it out to the death. The judges will be looking at style, control, aggression, and damage.
The first battle for a place in the grand final, Cassius against Aardvark.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Cassius has taken over the mantle as Robot Wars favourite after the demise of Mortis earlier on, and immediately flipping Aardvark once and twice. Rolling Aardvark though back onto the wheels. Underneath again. Good aggression from Cassius. Good control, of course, by Rex Garrod. Now damage inflicted on Aardvark. Leave my bot alone. There's Sergeant Bash we saw in the background. Killalot 2 in the PPZ, the perimeter patrol zone. Aardvark trying to get back at Cassius now. Nudging Cassius onto Killalot. Now that could be deadly for Rex Garrod. Because look at the chain has come off there. And Cassius is in trouble here. Cassius is going no further, that's for certain. Oh no, spins away. In the end it does get away. Aardvark lifted now. That's not fair, surely. Just picked up so effortlessly by Killalot. What a mean, horrific brute he is. Into the flames. And they're dangling. The remote control aerial. Ooh, melting, blistering. Buckling and smoking and smouldering the dreams of the Aardvark team. Immobilised, and Cassius meanwhile takes on Killalot, leaving Aardvark to be dealt with by Shanton Bash. And look at Cassius! Well, he almost lifted Killalot. We've never seen that before. That was very close. Aardvark's still in there alive, they think. Cassius meanwhile wanted to take on the house robot, so have a little bit of this, says Shanton Bash. You take us on, you'll get punishment. But he's done enough. He knows it.
Cassius, the clear winner. Come on to the podium. You're a finalist in the last wars, but you lost.
Well, there's still a long way to go, you know. That grand final's a bit serious.
You were toying with him there. You flipped him onto his side, and then you flipped him back just so you could bash him up a bit more.
Yeah, but they're really nice people.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Cassius a round of applause. See you in the grand final.
And who will join him there? The defending champion Roblox or the speedy King Buxton?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Roblox top seeds for the competition when it began. In underneath, King Buxton. Worrying Roblox. Well, the judges will mark on aggression, don't forget, and also control. Oh, and that's not great control, steering straight into the pinches of Dead Metal. Dead Metal's saw blade there, and also that of Roblox. The tungsten tipped teeth, fighting and serrating, chiseling. Good little shove pushes Roblox back into the PPZ. Now that allows shunt to the right in Dead Metal there at the bottom of the picture to come in. Roblox champions look a little concerned in up and under King Buxton, but piggyback style he gets away. Now Killalot comes into the picture, so King Buxton thinks better of it and gets out of there, pushing back on Roblox, whose siren blares is smoking. King Buxton is smoking and on fire. The engines have gone. King Buxton in all sorts of trouble. Roblox comes in with a circular saw. Look at the damage done to the wheels there. Buckled and bent, bashed, beaten surely. On the spikes impaled, Dead Metal awaits too. They've got to get out of there now, King Buxton. But I think Roblox done enough here. The reigning champion surely through.
Roblox are the clear winners. Come up to the podium. Yeah! Well, that circular saw of yours is quite nasty, isn't it?
Right, it's pretty good. I mean, we're very impressed with it.
You seriously bashed King Buxton. Scratches, you sawed the wheels in half. Well, the winners of our last war are through to our grand final. The only thing I can say is cue the applause. You've been watching Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
And the lineup for the grand final is known. Cassius, Rex Garrod was in the last series final. He's there again. The reigning champions Roblox, they're back too. Killatron with the mighty pickaxe, they make their second final. And the newcomers, the upstarts, Panic Attack, the 4 grand finalists on Robot Wars. Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club. Send a £10 cheque or postal order to Robot Wars London, W1A3AR. Members will also receive a badge, video and club magazine. If you build a qualifying robot, your money will be refunded.
Move on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man on a mission, Craig Charles.
12 heats, 2 semi-finals and 72 robots later, and here it is, the Robot Wars Grand Final. World leaders have cut short official engagements, fighting in the Middle East has stopped, and don't try and order a pizza because you just won't get one. Yes folks, here it is. When ancient prophets spoke of an almighty conflict towards the end of the millennium, this is what they were talking about. And now we all know what Nostradamus meant by a well-wicked piece of robotic action in 1999. Judgment Day is upon us. This is the road to Armageddon.
First up, defending champions and top seeds Roblox with power to go through the earlier heat. The circular saw to wreak havoc. Hender Blewett, Chris Kinsey and Peter Kinsey dismissing King Buxton in the semi-final, leaving it in flames.
Well, Robot fans will be relieved that they're here in the grand final, and you're all relieved as well and smiling. So what are you anticipating this will be like?
We think that Cassius is going to be our biggest threat. I mean, the other guys, yeah, they're very, up for fighting, I think. Yeah, I mean, anyone that's got this far is obviously a good contender.
From Wales, the unseeded outsiders Panic Attack surprised us all by defeating Mighty Mortis, the Robot Wars favourites in the semi-final. And the further they go, the more money they raise for charity. I wonder if the Mortis boys gave him a few bob.
What are your expectations?
Some serious competition left. All the best robots. Roblox there from last year. It's going to take some beating. We'll just go all out attack and see what happens.
Back in the final again. Kilotron destroying Behemoth in the semi-finals. Richard Broad, Abdul Degia and Ian Degia, the 16-year-old. And I've got a sneaky feeling Kilotron could go all the way.
Who are you most scared of?
No one really. Kilotron. We take anything that comes to us. It's, that's it.
But should teenager Ian be fearful of Cassius? In the pits amongst the Roboteers, this is the favourite, with Rex Garrard so cheerful. And his break-dancing battering ram, that's what it does on the attack. Aardvark out in the semis. And this is also what it does.
I want to put on a good show. Above all, if I go out in a blaze of glory, I wouldn't mind that a bit. But if I go out looking like a wimp, I shan't be very happy.
Well, there you are, you heard it here first. Rex in a blaze of glory. That's what we've been promised, Craig.
Tonight the Wars will step up a gear or 10 as our 4 robots face each other into ultimate battles to the death. There'll be a final battle at the end of the show to decide our Robot Wars Grand Champion. Now, early today we had a draw to see who fights who. Let's join Philippa for their reactions.
Well, time to break the news to the guys here in the pits, which I tend to be doing quite a lot. You're all looking fairly nervous and you're all looking at me. So I will tell you fairly swiftly that Kilotron, you will be fighting Panic Attack.
Good.
Good, happy?
Yes, we're happy with that.
Okay, happy?
Yep. Yeah, we're confident.
Not too nervous?
No.
Right, if you'd like to go to your robots, that means I'll call the other 2 teams to come near to me and find out what your reaction, because this of course means that Roadblock will be fighting against Cassius, the defending champions against Rex, the king of Roboteers. Now, obviously the question is, do you think you can defeat him?
Well, obviously we have to be confident that we can go in and attack. Cassius is a very, very tough robot to beat. I mean, being beaten by Cassius is a worthy beat. I mean, we are very happy to go out if Cassius beats us.
I know Rex isn't going to go half-hearted into this, so I suppose we've got to do the same. So,
Rex?
May the best person win. I mean, it could, in a way, I hope it's them because they've been good contestants.
Right, well, everyone happy here in the pits? Craig?
It's a night for crashing metal and top quality entertainment guaranteed. The battle for supremacy has to start somewhere, so let's start here.
First, from Bodmin Community College and reigning champion, Roadblock.
A classic wedge-shaped bot, the shell is constructed from road signs, the chassis is aluminium, the circular saw blade has tungsten tipped teeth. That police siren will be used when attacking.
From Stowmarket, Cassius.
Another wedge, its missile-type steering is highly sophisticated, giving exceptional control and stability. The ram can lift 1.5 tons or its own body weight, as we've seen, and it has a punch like Cassius Clay. And let's have a look at the strengths and weaknesses, which could be so key in tonight's grand final. Here's Roadblock's circular saw with a tungsten-tipped teeth, and there went King Buxton in the semi-final. But look how sluggish it is. It's wide, rather clumsy, purposeful, yes, and always well controlled. Look at the poor turning circle here. Very slow, but I know Rex Garrard thinks very highly of his opponent.
It's getting exciting now. It's getting to it. Look forward to the next bout. Roadblock is a really good robot. I like the people running it, and
That always spells doom, though, because if you like the people running it, that means you're going to go easy on them.
no, not really. I mean, if they beat me, I shall bear no ill feelings towards them at all. And they're the same with me. I mean, we get on well. I mean, we're just going out there to have a game. Who cares who wins? No, it's not like all that, is it?
Cassius is smaller, much more manoeuvrable, much faster at 25 miles an hour, and boy does he love a scrap. He loves to take on the house robots, Rex Garrett. He's a great sportsman though, doesn't like inflicting great pain on his opposition robots. Well, not much. There's the traction you see. Flips, but doesn't destroy. Lifted by Kilotron, and this is what we love about Cassius. Look at this. Hey! Let's have a look at it again.
we'll have to treat that as a machine that can work upside down and the right way up. Because as we saw with the super stunt flip, I mean, that was impressive, very impressive. And that's changed our mind about turning him over. I mean, just treat him as someone that can work upside down and the right way up. Just stick him on spikes and use the famous saw.
We're just wishing for some black cats to come by any minute.
The first of the battles, Cassius against Roadblock.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Plenty of respect between the two teams, apprehension in particular on the faces of the Roadblock team. But there's early aggression from Roadblock trying to get in underneath Cassius, and despite what they were saying, you sense they're trying to flip Cassius, who rides Roadblock. Matilda turns to try and get her chainsaw into position. And if anything, Roadblock just helping Cassius to avoid the chainsaw. And in doing so, Roadblock's run into the pincers of dead metal. Here's the problem, that Cassius can't get off the back of Roadblock now. He can't use the traction for that missile-type steering to come into effect. Oh, look at that, though! How sharp is that blade digging into the surface of the arena? Still, Roadblock is pushing and forcing the issue. Now Cassius is away. Has an opportunity. Cassius, ooh, just avoiding. Killalot, and Killalot's flipped it. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it? Yes! We have seen it. They love the bunny off. Let's see it again. Hey! Wonderful stuff. And again, super stuff with that ram. That self-righting ram. Brilliant. Oh, look at this, top of your picture, Robot meanwhile has run into the PPZ, it's in trouble, and in comes Cassius. Will he use the ram in the attack? Yes! Robot is flipped on its side. Shunt in there, dead metal too, and in comes Killalot with the lance. And to the victor the spoils. Killalot's deadly, dreadful lance, pinning and flipping Roadblock. Matilda comes in, there's the awful pincer. The boys from Bodmin surely know they're up against it now. The House Robots are toying with the reigning champions. They're in awful trouble. Cassius comes in and tries to push Killalot away from Roadblock. How typical is that of Rex Garrard's sportsmanship? Time is ticking down though. Cassius comes in for one more shove to get it away from dead metal. Almost getting into trouble too from Killalot. But surely Cassius and Rex Garrard have done enough here.
Come on to the podium! Well, guys, sensationally, the winners of the last war have been knocked out, but you've got to get your robot up and ready, because you're going to be playing off for third place, okay? Okay. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Roadblock! That's self-righting. Oh, it's amazing.
Well, it gets me out a lot of medals.
You're on your back, you flip yourself over, and then you used it to whack Roadblock out of the game.
It's a good weapon, but it could be improved.
It could be improved.
It could be improved.
Whoa.
There's lots of room for improvement.
Ever the perfectionist. You're through to the final. I just think you got a fair.
Oh, a good fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Cassius!
So Cassius against Roadblock. It's Cassius going through to meet either Panic Attack or Killatron.
And that first impact that Rex gave us with Cassius shook the batteries so much and gave us such a wallop that it dislodged one of the small plugs and sockets.
But that's easily fixed, at least.
Oh, yes.
You're only as good as the weakest part, and that clearly was it today. Just one small plug and socket.
Cassius has beat the block.
But we're ready to go again.
Yeah, you can still get third. Go on.
Let's go for third.
How's Cassius bearing up under the strain?
Well, it's getting a bit second hand, but it's okay. You know, one or two nasty scratches and knocks. But,
They're victory
okay.
scars.
Oh, yes, yes. That's nice to see some scars, so it's to show you've been in the action, you know.
And so we have the first of our finalists. But it takes two to tango. So to find out who's going to join them in the ultimate dance of death, prepare for semi-final 2.
First, from Cumbran, Panic Attack.
This the real surprise package, the spider graphics designed by Year 7 people in school. Electrically operated lifting spikes are dangerous. It's very low here at only 20 centimetres high.
From Bromley in Kent, Killatron.
In the last wars it was pink, now it's orange, made from a modified lid from a wheelie bin. Two wheelchair motors found in Abdul Dekir's garage. It gets up to 15 miles an hour. As for the strengths and weaknesses of the two robots, Panic Attack fast, manoeuvrable, reliable, very reliable so far, and resilient too. Look at this damage sustained, and it still ran on. Machine gun bullet to 2 on its shelf. To their enjoyment, got a bit of an eyeball, but still survived, and not only that, could damage the house robots too. Doesn't look powerful, does it? How about that? Panic Attack.
Now I see that you have made a modification.
Oh yeah.
The flag is flying here. Any other more significant modifications?
No, we haven't changed anything since we've got here. It's exactly how it is. Nothing whatsoever.
Now tell me, how much money is riding on this for your charity?
I think we're up to about £600 at the moment. Not many people have seen us, but when it goes out, I'm sure we'll get quite a bit more.
Kilotron, less reliable than Panic Attack. It's quicker, certainly, and the pickaxe is its main strength. They've lightened the flywheel, which counterbalances the pickaxe. It really is deadly, one of the most severe weapons in the whole of Robot Wars. Is it durable enough when on the defense against Panic Attack? Attacking, it can meet terrible damage out. It's got enough strength to push and shove. It's well controlled, always. This is my tip to win. I wonder if it can survive when under pressure. Kilotron, will it spin a victory jig?
Have you made any modifications to Kilotron?
No, we just shortened the axe a bit because it started bending. It was so powerful, this setup, that the pickaxe kept bending, so it's very short now. But I think we've still got a really good chance. We're pretty confident that we're going to hammer somebody anyway.
And so it's Kilotron against Panic Attack for the right to meet Cassius.
Robot ears, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
England against Wales, and of course the beasts from Armageddon awaiting the PPZ. Panic Attack immediately on the attack, and I think that's caused problems to Kilotron immediately. Well, I was wondering about its durability under pressure, and I don't think Kilotron can move here. There's something wrong. There's something badly wrong. It's stuck, and already they've got problems. This was the doubt we had about Kilotron. Panic Attack shoving it in the PPZ there. Here comes Dead Metal, and also Killalot awaits. With that deadly lance to turn it up on inside and over. And all the fears about Kilotron have come true. And it's Panic Attack, the surprise package at the moment. Oh, and look at that. Scratching and scraping and tearing. And Panic Attack goes forward and wants to have a little piece of the house robots. Panic Attack looking to use those electrically operated lifting spikes. And Kilotron's in all sorts of trouble here. And on its way out, surely, into the flames. Lifted a lot by Killalot. Oh, it's not a thriller killer for Kilotron, because Killalot has it dangling into the flames, and Panic Attack only needs to stay out of trouble. But it wants to rumble with shunt and bash there. Look at the strength from this little Welsh pot. So underrated. And it wants to push bash into the pit. Goes in itself. But I think they've done enough. Panic Attack.
The obvious winner there is Panic Attack. Panic Attack take the podium. Kilotron, come on to the podium. How do you feel about that?
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
You've been expecting to get knocked out every round since you got here, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you're through?
Yeah.
Are you feeling confident?
No.
Still not confident. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Panic Attack.
They've knocked out my favourites.
You're nearly in tears, aren't you? What went wrong there?
It just stopped. It didn't work.
I noticed.
When we just started driving, that's just stopped.
Listen, you haven't made the grand final, but you have got to go and get your robot into ship shape, because you're going to be playing off for the 3rd place, okay?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. That's Kilotron. A lot of disappointment there.
Because they're only into the battle for 3rd, 4th. Leaving the grand final, Cassius against Panic Attack.
It was what?
It was a disaster. The pin just come out, so we had no control whatsoever.
The pin came out. That's what it was, wasn't it?
This is the main drive, switches the switch on. And we never had it. It fell out, it was on the floor.
Now, you were hit very hard by Panic Attack.
Yeah, we said to him, the pin, it's not going. They said, there's nothing we can do about it.
For the sake of one tiny pin, the whole battle was lost for Kilotron. Sorry, guys.
Next time.
I don't know what happened, he seemed to stop and the house robots grabbed him, so we had to leave him alone. And then we're after house robots again.
Certainly give Sad a bashing this week. We enjoyed that.
And how did that help the charity?
That's more money for the charity, another round. That's going up slowly.
Robot Wars isn't of course all about mashing, mayhem and meritorious victory. Months of industry, craft, creativity go into construct these innovative machines. In battle, style, technique and sportsmanship have also reached new heights. And in recognition of this, we have our special Merit Robot Wars trophies. For the most original entry, the nominations are Wheelosaurus, Whirling Dervish, Millian Bug, and Megahertz. And the winner of the most original entry of the second Robot Wars, Millian Bug.
And the main ability of Billy is to articulate in all directions.
The award for the best designed robot. Our nominations are Robodog, Elvis, Cassius, and Razor. And the winner of the best designed robot is Razor.
The main construction in the centre is steel with the main weapon. The outer drives are made of aluminium to keep the weight down on both sides.
The trophy for the best engineered robot. Our 5 nominations are Mortis, Kilohertz, Chaos, Cassius again, and the Mule. And the winner of the best engineered robot, the Mule.
How far is it going to kick?
Off the stage, into the pit, into oblivion.
Into orbit?
I think on that.
Our special Sportsmanship Award. The nominations are Thunderbird 2, Nemesis, Tantrum, and Corporal Punishment. And a very popular winner is Thunderbird 2.
Thunderbird team, what modifications have you made?
We haven't done nothing.
Who you been talking to? You can't prove anything.
I forgot what my line was.
We now have 2 robots for our grand final. One of them will be crowned Robot Wars Grand Champion. But before we let them battle, let's fight it out for 3rd and 4th place.
It's Kilotron against the fallen champions Roadblock.
Roboteers, stand by.
Roadblock and Kilotron no strangers to each other. This a repeat of a battle in the first wars. The Roadblock boys controlling this final at the moment. And Kilotron's on the run. It's piggyback time. They're in and underneath Kilotron. It's only a question of time. They know it. Kilotron will be in for the big, big flip. They're gonna flip him. No, it's all over. Roadblock the winners.
Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous, or looking forward to beating them.
Just a few seconds until you go on. How's it going?
Well, everything seems to be working fine and we're looking forward to getting out there.
Tactics?
Straight in, straight out.
Well, I've said it before, and I've said it again. Straight in, straight out.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And here they come, straight in, underneath Kilotron, but not straight out, not on this occasion. Ooh, there's the axe. And again, they're trying to get the axe into play here. On the road sign on the top of Roadblock. The big question, can Kilotron hang on in there? Look at the damage caused by that circular saw immediately. Can I see smoke also? Kilotron had that technical problem in its last fight, and Matilda's in, and Kilolot's there too. Kilotron turning away, again trying to inflict damage that'll impress the judges. You get the sense that if Robot can turn it over, it could be all over very, very quickly. But it's good style by Kilotron to get away. Oh, look at that saw! Oh, listen to the noise it makes. Gotta go to the dentist soon. The Sentinel comes into play in the PPZ. They're away from that, but not Kilolot, nor Dead Metal. Roadblock again on the aggressive. Push through underneath Kilotron, who gets away. Sergeant Bash parries and dances. Dead Metal goes with Roadblock. Sergeant Bash in on Kilotron. There's a flick of the flame. There's the siren you can hear from Roadblock. In comes Shunt. Very tight so far, isn't it? Very close. It's going to be a difficult one for the judges. Both teams have fought so magnificently and in determined fashion through this series of Robot Wars. We've reached the grand final. It's Roadblock, the fallen champions, just ahead on my vote. And in goes Kilotron, and it is all over now.
And Roadblock have won. Come on, Roadblock. Come on, Kilotron. Towards the podium. Well, third place, bronze, a podium finish. How do you feel about that?
Well, that was fun. That was good fun.
It was great at the end. They ganged up on you, didn't they?
Oh yeah, it was brilliant.
Are you going to come back to the next war?
Yeah, I think we might do actually.
Same robot or a different robot?
Just knock out a few dents and we'll be back.
Cheers. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
We had a few control problems here.
Yeah, your axe broke down
on autopilot and the axe bent. And,
I honestly wasn't surprised about that because it just could start controlling itself. It's driving around there the same, coming down to there.
A ghost in your machine. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Kilotron.
A ghost in the Kilotron machine. It's Roadblock policing the battle for third and fourth place. The champions finished third this time around.
I thoroughly enjoyed this. It's been a valuable experience in all departments. It's been really good.
We've met loads of people that will know, we can have a great time with, and it's been brilliant.
You came fourth in Robot Wars. That is certainly not disgraceful. How do you feel about that, guys?
I'm still hoping for first, but
I thought it's good enough.
that's it, yeah. It's good enough.
Yeah, we had a good time. Really enjoyed it. We enjoyed ourselves. Quite an experience driving this thing around.
And so the moment is upon us. Out of 72 robots, only 2 remain. These are the giants, the gods of the robot world. But there's only place in the Robot Hall of Fame for one. Who's it going to be? This battle will decide.
This is it. St. David's Foundation is depending on you to get through to raise the money. Can you beat Cassius?
Doubtful, but we'll give it a damn good go.
Good for you. Good luck, team. Good luck. Rex, I've been calling you the king of Roboteers. This is the time to prove yourself. Do you think you can beat Panic Attack?
They're a very good team, no question about that. And if I go down to them, I will be not disappointed because I think they deserve to win as much as anyone. And I'll do my best. As long as it's a good show and I don't chicken out, that's all right.
You usually give us a good show.
Well,
do it again, do it again.
After months of nuts and bolts, circuit boards and switches, it's Cassius against Panic Attack for the title.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
There's silence in the arena. It is so tense. Cassius immediately on the attack with Rex Garrod, an inspiration to all young engineers everywhere. And underneath Panic Attack, with that front blade, Panic Attack raising money for charity. Really couldn't have 2 more pleasant finalists, but now, go on, kill each other. Cassius, oh hey! A flyover from Panic Attack. A little hop. And piggyback on the back of Cassius and pushing it into Dead Metal. Look at this again. Up and over. Good stuff. Good control by Panic Attack, and again. But the aggression was on the part of Cassius. And again on Dead Metal. But Rex loves a house robot. Panic Attack turns. get up to 9 miles an hour. Cassius 25 miles an hour. The more powerful of the two, but Panic Attack underrated. Look at that! Oh, what an upset! Panic Attack the winners! That is a huge upset!
Cassius joins the platform. Panic Attack come onto the platform. Well, I had my money on you.
Well, I'm terribly sorry you lost it.
Because you've got that brilliant arm that flips you back up and that. But when you went under Panic Attack, he just flew over you and landed back on his wheels.
Well, I think I maybe got the better robot, but they've probably got the better driver.
Are you going to come back for the next wars?
I reckon.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Cassius a round of applause. Panic Attack, yes! Oh, Robot Wars Grand Champions. From the start, you've been thinking you're going to lose every round.
We've honestly thought we've been going out since every round that we've came in, and it's just been a dream.
How do you feel?
Over the moon, man. You just can't explain it.
You've got tears in your eyes, you have.
It's just brilliant. It won't sink into the morning, basically. Until then, it's going to be like a dream.
Robot Wars Grand Champions. And guess what? We've got the awards. And guess who's going to give you? Philippa Forrester!
The war is won. Congratulations.
Hold the award.
Hold it up. Yay!
Well, they don't like losing.
They don't like draws.
We found a winner on Robot Wars. Goodbye.
Well done to Panic Attack, our champions, raising money for charity. The wars have been won, but the battles still rage. Coming up, our grudge match special and the very best of the second wars. Flames flicker, metal is scorched, rivets are wrecked, dreams dashed, some reputations rust, others are built, oil is spilt, and all in the cause of Robot Wars. Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club. Send a £10 cheque or postal order to Robot Wars London W1A3AR. Members will also receive a badge, video and club magazine. If you build a qualifying robot, your money will be refunded. For more information, call our hotline.
And that grudge match special is next Friday here on BBC Two at 6:25. Next tonight, Electric Circle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man under siege, Craig Charles.
Welcome to our special grudge match edition of Robot Wars. Now, over the course of the last two wars, over 150 teams have competed and things have turned a bit nasty. Some people haven't been happy with our judges' decisions. Others have made enemies and want to sort them out. Some just want revenge. And hey, if people want to fight, who are we to stop them? Over the course of the next half hour, prides will be dented, scores will be settled, and grown men will be reduced to tears. And we're going to love it. It all starts here. Mortis v Cassius.
It's Judgment Day. Mortis against Cassius. Our first grudge match. Mortis, of course, driven by Rob Knight and the Cambridge Boys. And Cassius by the crowd favourite, Rex Garrard. This grudge actually dates back to a judge's decision in the First Wars, when Rex's robot Cyclops controversially eliminated Mortis for a place in the grand final. Let's remind ourselves of those dramatic moments.
Mortis retaliates underneath and is now driving into another patrol area. It's stuck on the side bars and needs to get out and is negative here. Cyclops is trying to get away, but not Mortis. And Mortis is taking more damage.
Cease.
And what a finish! And it goes to the judges.
And let's have a look while we wait at some of the points they will be considering. Good dodging by Cyclops, damage to Mortis. Cyclops aggressive and attacking. Poor steering by Mortis, got it in there in the first place, but retaliating. Good defensive work by Cyclops, again aggression from Cyclops. And good defensive work, withstanding the Mortis thrust. And I think this could count against Mortis ultimately driving in there onto the sidebars. And we're waiting for the judge's decision. I can't believe this! It's gone to Cyclops! Mortis are out!
We pushed them out, we had all the attacks, and we think we should have won.
We'll have a rematch. Rematch is fine by now.
Well, they've had to wait for it, but now's your chance.
Stand by.
The rematch, the grudge match.
3, 2, one, activate.
Mortis with the Kevlar laminated axe. Cassius with the self-righting arm. Both of them look back at the scarred and weary. Ooh, look at that axe coming in. Cassius wise with Rex Garon steering away. Oh, there's damage. Look at that. Look at the mark on top of Cassius, scything in a hole. Cassius turns away now. Avoids the pit. Whoa! Almost into the pit from Rex Garon. Needs to get out from there. Shunt to give him an early push into doom and gloom. Now away again. Meanwhile, Mortis waits there. Cassius trying to nudge Mortis into the pit of oblivion. And oh no! What on earth was he doing? Mortis has won the grudge match. And Rex Garon committed suicide. Ah! And Mortis goes too! Oh, look at the dent on top of Mortis! How's Robots get there? Long-awaited revenge! And Cassius rises from the dead! Brilliant stuff! Cassius rises, tries to push Mortis out. Splendid entertainment.
What a lousy piece of driving.
You are not wrong, are you? You are the worst. You designed the best robot and you're the worst driver.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, you had a sitting duck then. And what did you do? You just went and drove right into the pit.
But did you like the way I tried to get him out of the pit? I lifted him out of the pit.
You almost lifted them out of the pit as well with that self-righting arm of yours.
Sorry, we declared it a dead heat. Dead heat, we got to go again.
Why did you
We've lost the track.
I know you were like a sitting duck there, weren't you?
I mean, it must have got damaged when I went over the spikes.
Did you feel a bit vindicated though, having taken on the new robot?
Yeah, technically it means nothing to me. I'm going to fight it out to the death.
Fair and square, come on.
Did not at all.
No, we didn't. Stupid driving.
Yeah, bad drive by a minute, but we didn't beat you.
Oh, come on, shame on that.
I'll let them sort it out any way they want, okay? Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder if the feud has finally been settled. I don't think so. Mortis, will they be back?
Now it's time for the heavyweight reserves. These guys almost made it onto the show, but didn't quite get in. But now, thanks to Grudge Match, they finally made it.
It's Reserve Rumble! And our 5 contenders, Lateral Thought, Malice, Bumblebots, Forklift and Jim Struts. Here's Lateral Thought, a 6-wheeler weighing in at 56.2 kilograms, driven by University of Glamorgan students. Malice, heavier at 68.4 kilograms, the body shells made from the material used for aircraft floors. Bumblebot has a sting in the hammer, which is powered by a 15-foot bungee cord. Forklift's main weapon is driven by the windscreen wiper motor from a car, driven by John Benton on the right. On the left, father and daughter team, Ian and Kerry Inglis with robot Jim Struts, the only walker in Robot Wars.
So what's your name?
Kerry.
And what's your robot's name?
Jim Struts.
Why?
Because he was meant to strut, but he sort of walks now.
Why a walking robot?
Well, I thought I'd get a weight advantage. It turned out a much more complex problem than that.
Go on.
It's quite difficult to make it walk. And it's ended up far too heavy, really.
Might it teeter over as well?
It is, it's not very stable. It keeps on falling over in the garden. We've crushed a few rose bushes and things like that.
Robot ears, stand by.
Kerry Inglis is keen to drive a Formula 1 car. She's 11.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Jim Struts, centre stage. My little fancy there. Bumblebot came into the picture right there with a big hammer. Swinging through 180 degrees. That's Lateral Thought. Dead metal already. And Shunt causing damage. I think there's a puncture mark. There is. Maybe more than one there for Lateral Thought. In danger. Shunt is in on Lateral Thought and Killalot plucks Malice into the air. Malice in real trouble. So too Lateral Thought. Shunt is in for the kill. Killalot picks and tosses Malice into the air towards the flames. And Shunt, hee-ho! Cheerio for Lateral Thought. This is Malice. Surely to go the same way. Killalot means business, over and out for you into the smoke and flames and cauldron of hell. They've gone. Bumblebots, Forklift and Jim Struts still. Bumblebot trying to swing the hammer, so early aggression if it comes to the judges. I don't think it'll come to the judges, not for this one. Look at that. One puncture mark, 2. Into the flames too. Oh, Shunt's pickaxe here, wrecking havoc. You really have got to get a more protective shell, boys. Killalot flips. The vulnerable underbelly there of Forklift. It's only plywood. in real trouble. The top comes off, something flew out there from the very belly of forklift. I think it was a ballast brick to keep it on the ground, on the surface. It's not on the surface, it's into the flames though, it's torched. It's going to be burnt, it's on fire, forklift. A fiery forklift. Well, I don't think we've seen a robot matched up quite like this one. That's the end of forklift. Well, do you think so? Yeah, I do. And meanwhile, Jim Struts and Bumblebot to fight it out then. Jim Struts, I think, trying to flick Bumblebot into the air. They're trying to get those feet into play. You'll be drawing your pension by the time Jim Struts gets into a gallop. Meanwhile, Shunt and Dead Metal, inflicting punishment on Bumblebot. The outer shell holding, I think. There's a lick of flame from the sergeant. And meanwhile, Jim Struts, alone, undaunted, unmarked, and I think a very curious winner.
Yes, Jim Struts are the winner. You gave all the other robots a right good kicking. You haven't got any weapons though, really, have you?
It's the feet are meant to be weapons. We tried going for Bumblebee and tried to lift him up, but we didn't succeed. And we're not very quick. Everyone got out of our way far too quickly.
It's the only walker that we've ever had on Robot Wars.
It's good, isn't it?
It's brilliant. I mean, it's an amazing feat of engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Our heavyweight reserve winners.
Well done, our first walker. Hopefully we'll see more in the next wars.
Now, with Sergeant Bash around, you'd be pretty stupid to cover your robots in fair. Either that would be an arsonist with a lust for pyrotechnical destruction. Our next contenders don't look stupid, so make your own minds up as we fire up the robots and get stuck in.
Inferno, Insurrection, a special exhibition grudge match featuring our own Sergeant Bash. With Ram Rombit, a sacrificial robot built especially for this exhibition, driven by an old friend of Robot Wars, George Francis. Now he loves to take on a house robot. Mind you, so do the boys from Dublin. With Nemesis from Ireland, a furry, freakish fireball too often in Robot Wars. All Air Force engineers giving a smouldering look there to Bash because they remember him so well from the past. The Nemesis boys all want to go into space and they're in the air! They're in the air! And they're on fire! It could all be over for Nemesis shortly now! Nemesis! Burning! On fire! Waiting for them is Killalot 2! Oh my goodness me! Hopes up in flames! Burning, boggling Nemesis eyes!
Well, guys, you went out in a ball of flames in the last war. I would have thought you'd learned.
Not at all. Burn it, that's what I say. Burn it all to hell.
Roboteers, stand by.
Would you look at that? I can't believe it, Nemesis.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Nemesis has the kebab on board, the onions and the chef's hat. This is brilliant. Bash immediately goes in. And we've even heard they've doused each other with paraffin in the pits here. Oh, look at Ram Rombit, the sacrificial robot. And look at Nemesis on fire. Well, I hope you like your kebab well cooked. I don't think this is going to last long. For goodness sake, don't try this at home, any of you. These are trained roboteers, would you believe me? By health and safety boys on board. Look at Nemesis. Oh, it's a Catherine wheel Ram Rombit. Ah, fireworks. That's brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Oh, terrific stuff.
That looks like the tastiest barbecue I've ever seen.
We saved an onion for you.
You saved an onion for me? Oh, I'm so touched, really I am. Oh, the eyes are completely melted. Have you had enough fire now? Do you think you can leave it now?
Well, our technique was to go up the middle with smoke, but I think there was a lot more smoke than we thought there was going to be.
That's on the smoke. Oh, yeah, respirator.
Time for the heaviest of our divisions, the super heavyweights. These are the big boys, the Pavarottis of the robot world. Pound for pound, these could give our house robots a good run for their money. Let's get down to some serious wanton destruction and heavy metal carnage.
Super Showdown! Our first contender, Siren, weighing in at a hefty 119.2 kilos, captained by Peter Wilson. It's stainless steel, it's very durable, A real survivor, this robot. Our next contender, wearing yellow but no coward, Kick Robot, with dad Ian Arnold, daughter Lorraine and 12-year-old son Carl. It's got 2 chisel-shaped arms which can flip, tip and topple. Wearing red, Berserk, the team, Stuart Ford, Chris O'Donnell and Martin Kershaw, another powerful forklift and ram capable of throwing even the heaviest of robots, and our very own Sergeant Bash. And finally, Demon Duck, the heaviest bot in the field at 155.6 kilos, with Lee Harper, Sean Baker and Nick Milner on the left there. Its chassis is made of 8mm plate mild steel, armour-plated bodywork, stainless. It's strong enough to hang on in there when bashed, battered and beaten. One frailty, high tensile steel tracks which can come off. Demon Duck. It's reversible, it can run upside down, those black eyes glow red in the dark, and it completes our lineup for the Super Showdown. Berserk, Kick Robot, Siren and Demon Duck fight against each other. And back again, that Demon Duck bulldozer blade, 900mm wide, all engineers, quite confident. The Siren team, watch out for its tungsten carbide fixed blade. The young boys, Paul Brown, Peter Wilson. Kick Robot, apart from the chisels in front, it also has a pointed attack cylinder at the rear. Berserk, like any other team in Robot Wars, this is special. All face difficulties. These boys have special skills to overcome theirs.
Martin, who's the team captain here?
Stuart.
Stuart's the team captain?
Yeah.
And who came up with the idea?
Stuart.
Stuart? And the rest of you just got roped in?
Yeah.
Right, let me ask you, how do you sign welcome to Robot Wars? What was that?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate!
Berserk team moves slowly off. There's Demon Duck and Berserk again. Kick Robot comes in on Siren, pushed away by Demon Duck, shoveled away by Demon Duck. There, Kick Robot. Here's Berserk. Now that's a good mighty heave-ho on Shunt, and Kilolot didn't like it. Trying to grip there the forklift front of Berserk, lifts it into the air and getting revenge here on behalf of the House Robot, dragging in fact the forklift into the air. Berserk being pulled across towards one of the pits. I hope it's not the flame pit, and it is! And Berserk is broiled. Yeah. The red paint beginning to blister. This is Siren dodging trouble. Berserk's back into play though. Siren confronted by the Demon Duck on one side and Kick Robot the other side. And there's Kick Robot with those chisel-shaped arms we were talking about, raised aloft in triumph there, about to take on Siren once more. Still, all 4 robots, just in play. But Siren nearly going down into the pit, and Matilda comes in. Rear end, forward, there's the chainsaw of Matilda. Doesn't seem to do too much damage, and nearly tippling and toppling Siren into the pit. Matilda doing all her damage with her backside. That's a grisly thought. And out goes the Siren. 3 robots left. Berserk taking punishment from Shunt. Shunt trying to do the dentist's trick on the old teeth there of Berserk. It's it. Kilolot again lifts. Shunt uses the pickaxe. One blow. Kilolot there as well, onto the flame, onto the barbecue. Meanwhile, Demon Duck is that immobilised. I think Demon Duck's immobilised and out of it. So Berserk and Kick Robot in there. Kick Robot trying to dodge our mace, and Kick Robot for me was the only one still in play. Berserk on the flame pit.
And the winners are Kick Robot. Yes! How do you feel about that?
Wonderful! Surprised that we actually got through and won.
How come you're so surprised?
Because everyone else was just really good.
Are you happy?
Yeah, but there's one problem.
What?
My friend's robot went down a hole.
Your friend's robot went down a hole? Well, we'll have to get him out then, won't we?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. The super heavyweight winners. Kid Robot. Robot Wars has launched into cyberspace. Robot ears invading the internet, beating up computer viruses. The thing is, 4 veterans from Robot Wars all think their website is best. There's only one way we sort an argument like that out on Robot Wars, by letting them kick the hell out of each other. Let's get stuck in.
Internet insurrection. And the first of our contenders, Griffin, driven by Oliver Steeples, who's produced a well laid out and informative website. Plenty of detail and specs. Kilohertz, team on the right of your screens there, John Ree, Dominic. And their website has plenty of family snaps. Body Hammer with the Cold Fusion team, grand finalists in the first wars, cartoon capers in the second wars. And completing the lineup for us, Corporal Punishment, a nominee for the Sportsmanship Award in these second wars, driven by Adam Clark, who's a professional website producer. This is a good site.
They're basically fan websites that have been put together since the last war. And basically it's really sort out once and for all who's got the best one.
Adam reckons he's got a good one, and we think he hasn't. We're winning 3 of the robots, and so it should be interesting.
That should be good. Looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Robot ears, stand by.
All robots remote control driven, or are they?
3, 2, 1, activate.
That's Corporal Punishment making the early drive against Griffin on the spikes. Griffin needs to get out from there. That's Kilohertz and Griffin coming in. Oh, I thought I saw a chain flailed away from Matilda. Look at this! Bash is going and going! And all the teams love that. Griffin it was, who turned the sergeant over. Corporal Punishment coming in to have a little bit of a piece of that a little bit too late. There's Kilohertz. And the House Robots have seen the Kilohertz team celebrating the demise of Bash, and they want revenge. And Body Hammer being pressed in because they're going for Kilohertz here first, and over it goes. So Shunt gets revenge on behalf of Bash, and Kilohertz is gone, immobilised. Shunt comes in for a little piece of damage too. I don't think Kilohertz is going to get back in action. This is just more damage onto the flames. Dead metal there at the top of your picture. Look at the slice out of that. No impact. Are you sure? Aha! That's what happened to the mascot. Body Hammer with the yellow stripes. Still in there fighting. This is Griffin. And again that mighty heave-ho lifting ram. Body Hammer spins away, still very much alive, but now pinned in by Dead Metal. A little flail there. Very dangerous. Like a savage wasp sting. Dead Metal is bumped up into the air by Body Hammer. Turning again. Done well so far, Body Hammer. A little spin. That's Corporal Punishment being pinned in by the sergeant. I think that's the end of Corporal Punishment. They're immobilised, they're out of it. It's Body Hammer now against Griffin. Body Hammer doing all the aggression. Griffin pushed down by Dead Metal onto a spike, trying to get away there, look. I can see Matilda in the background. Ooh, good turning here by Griffin. That's good steering and control. Matilda's sparks fly. She senses victory could be hers. I don't think it can be, though. I think Griffin will get away, and this is a good attack in by Body Hammer in underneath, but it's pinned in now under Dead Metal. I think Body Hammer's now immobilised itself, and Griffin was still going at the end, only just. Who's won it? Very close.
We are waiting for a judge's decision. Before they decide, let's have a look at some of the highlights of that fight.
No doubting the early highlight for the crowd. Sergeant Bash flipped up and over by Griffin. Kilohertz celebrating, and this was their payback from the House Robots. That was enough really to put Kilohertz out of it. This is another great heave-ho from the aggressive Griffin. Body Hammer pins itself in. Griffin still moving at the end. Very tight this.
And the judge's decision is Griffin! Griffin, come off the platform! Well, you've won the website grudge match. How do you feel?
All I wanted to do this time was take over a House Robot. Sorry, blokes. Make better time next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. www.thrash.bang.wallet.
Well, we brought you the super heavyweights. Now for our lighter category winners. And first of all, the featherweights. And the hero of the first wars, 11-year-old Sam Rudgard with Demolisher. Splendid character, withstanding battering and pressure from the house robots. Finally, to polish off Armadillo, driven by Adam Clark. And Sam and Demolisher are featherweight champions. Onto the lightweight class, withstanding a dreadful battering from Shunt and Matilda, Charles Dale Steeples, Colin Pearson with Slippery Strana. Slippery Strana are lightweight champions. And to the middleweight, our wedge-shaped cheese robot. Do I smell a rat? Hard cheese with Captain Nigel Kerr, Stephen Davidson, Alan Steen. Well done to them. Yes, we burn just about everything on Robot Wars. Don't worry, they patched him up. And our middleweight winners from the second wars are cheese.
A grudge match now between Mortis and Napalm. Napalm were knocked out in the series semi-finals, but the girls from Dartford feel cheated, and adjudicators' decision didn't go their way, and now they want revenge. Whoa.
Judgment Day 2! Mortis against Napalm. So this grudge dates back to this controversial decision in the series semi-finals. Mortis suffered damage, was given a second chance in the trials by the adjudicators, and because of their decision and deliberation, Mortis went through, and eventually the girls from Dartford were eliminated.
So I'm joined by the Napalm team and the Mortis team. Now, you think a judge's decision went against you, and you want a grudge match, but do you think you can take them on? They've got a pretty hard robot, you know.
Yeah, so have we, I think.
Okay, well, hey, how do you think it's going to go for you?
I know we'll have a play around and put it through holes in the armour and knock it down the pit, you know, usually kind of stuff.
You're going to get that axe working?
Hopefully.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this thing.
Mortis and that axe. Napalm, all in flame red. Rob Knight. He wants the win. So does Claire Greenaway and David Crosby.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Napalm rising on its back wheels, and already Mortis goes in underneath. They're the mandibles, the dreadful mandibles, the jaws of Napalm. And it seems to me that Mortis can withstand everything that Napalm can throw at it. Mortis simply toying, I think, not getting the action to play. Oh, until then! And look at that immediately! Creating major damage. Now the push towards the pit. One in the eye for Napalm. Claire trying to steer away. That axe is surely the most penetrating weapon in the entire history of Robot Wars. It is grisly. Trying to get in on the engine and the motors there. Of Napalm. Pushing back though, Mortis dangerously close to a pit. It tries a little shove towards the PPZ. Here comes Napalm. Oh, what an ugly doing! Oh, Claire! What have you done, Claire? Oh dear, oh dear. Into the pit and out. And of course Mortis is the winner. And the roar! The bellicose roar of Rob Knight says, I want some of the house robots! They support him in his quest to take on Killalot. Is that wise? Against the sidebars of this final grudge match of this series of Robot Wars. Matilda and Killalot. All the house robots getting involved. Oh no, he says, oh no, well it was your decision. You're on your back, now take the punishment, son. In comes Shunt with the pickaxe and the Sentinel as well, using the big rhino horn to bash and dent Killalot's final graceful gesture to take Mortis towards the flame pit, trying to use the axe to flip up and over, I think there. Mortis survives, Mortis the winner. It was a good grudge match, wasn't it?
And the winner is obviously Mortis. You did really well. And then you went on and took the house robots on as well and gave them a good run for the money. That axe is a pretty amazing axe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not quite powerful. It's going to hop now, yeah? It's not quite powerful enough to get us back over.
You want one like Cassius, don't you?
Yeah, but it was maybe one on, but we busted just before we turned up. That'd be for next time.
Anyway, let's get the girls in. Napalm, come to the platform! showed you, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's better than us.
He bashed all your lights out and gave you some serious bits of damage there, didn't he?
Yeah, we'll try and fix it, but it was a laugh.
Hey, yeah, how about a conciliatory kiss between the two of you? Go on. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, give them both a round of applause!
Oh, romance blossoms. A tear comes to my eye, Craig, and a bucket to my hand.
Thanks for watching our grudge match special. After all the scores, we've got time to settle. Now remember, we don't suffer fools and we don't like bores, but we do get even on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
How was that for you, kid?
It was very fun.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
It was good fun.
But tell me, was it really a consolation prize getting a kiss from Rob?
No, not that.
Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club. Send a £10 cheque or postal order to Robot Wars London W1A3AR. Members will also receive a badge, video and club magazine. If you build a qualifying robot, your money will be refunded.
It was General Lee of the Confederate Army who said, "It is well that war is so terrible. Otherwise, we might grow too fond of it." Well, bad news, Mr. Lee, because we already have. For the wars that have been raging in our designer war zone have given us some superb entertainment. There have been sparks, there's been fury, there's been the odd breakdown or two. But most of all, there's been some great combat. Which is why tonight we're giving all you galvanised grapple fans a chance to see the greatest hits, bashes and total mashups of Robot Wars. This is the best of the best. As they used to say on Blue Peter, now's the time to ask your granny to leave the room.
Its main form of attack is to swing sideways with this pickaxe bit here with the extra thing smashing its opponent in the side.
Take a good look, lads. It's the last time you'll see it looking this good. We've got mortars.
Yeah, I'm going to try and cut things in half. I'm really game here.
This is me. Anybody that comes into contact with this will be sorry.
It's got awesome power, it'll lift about 1.5 tons and it should throw anything about 10 or 12 feet. Including the house robots, which I'm really looking forward to.
Kilotron, and survive all, look at that for damage! Smells wood!
Who are you most scared of?
No one really. Glitch up. Take anything that comes to us.
Murder and mayhem's about to end now! Ouch! In comes Kill-A-Lot!
We want to get tangled around the house robots.
Yeah, we want to engage one another.
Yeah, just want to put a little bite in the bodywork. Just to say hello. Just to, hello, we're here.
You've charged your batteries, you've primed your weapons, and you've hatched your plans like a mechanised mother hen. But on Robot Wars, the best laid plans of men and machines are often worthless.
And there is back and Matilda blocking the way!
What's going to be your tactic for Gauntlet?
I'm going to pole straight into either Shunt or Matilda and hammer them as hard as I can with the axe till one of them falls over.
Now this is arrogance and power! Taking on the house robots and they don't like it, he's finished! But Matilda and Bash have got long memories and they don't like you!
That's a plough. It spins round very fast.
But is it really going to hurt our robot?
No way.
And there's Shunt! Beyond Shunt, but crunched into the sidewalls! And pinioned against the deadly tank trap! Now onto the flaming pits of Hades, but through! Goodbye, my Inquisitor! Cease!
That's right, mate. We'll just stick the arm through them, tip them up, see if we can generate full power on them.
Well, hopefully soon we'll be seeing what the Razor can really do. Or will we?
Yes. And Razor, look at this! The favourite for tonight's heat! Destroying Inquisitor straight away! with that immense crushing arm. I think they've got no chance now. They think they've got no chance now, but what's this? Suddenly, it's alive again, Inquisitor's off! And Razor's in problems. I don't think Razor can move. I think they've broken down. Leave it to the house robots. Matilda in there and to kill a lot too. And suddenly it's Razor! Goodness me, Razor's toppled! What a turn up! They're attacking the soft, vulnerable underbelly. Razor can't move.
Cease.
And Razor is out. What a turn up!
1 minute you were chewing away, and then the next minute it was all over.
With no drive, yeah. No drive at that point as soon as we got him in under him. That's what it was. Yeah, very strange.
How do you feel apart from puzzled?
It's a bit gutted, really. Yeah, it's a pity, but I'm sure we'll be back.
Jousting does really depend on the robot going in a straight line, doesn't it?
It does, yes. It does go in a straight line if it's driven right.
Low ground clearance for Challenger could come in handy. Oh dear, look at the steering. Steve Dove, take a breathalyzer, for goodness sake. Get a grip on him, boys. He's not got the grips with Matilda. Power, power, push! This is not looking good for Challenger. They've gone backwards.
Well, you didn't do too badly, I suppose.
Well, we just got a minus figure.
It could be worse, but not much worse.
No, not much worse.
Driving seems to be a bit of a problem, though. They've lost their way. They're all over the place. And now taking on Sir Kill-A-Lot. The only weapon he has is that flail. There it goes. He's knocked off the 3-metre marker. Sir Kill-A-Lot closes in, though. Can he stop that flail? Flail rock and roll. Caliban dead and buried. Hoisted by his own petard.
As a rule, robots like the ground. They weigh up to 80 kilos. They have wheels. They're designed to roll, not to fly. But rules are made to be broken, especially by robots.
But now, onto the seesaw. Has it got enough power? Kill-A-Lot coming in, but holding the seesaw down! Oh, that's demonic! And that's Evil Knievel from Panic Attack! Robodoc Captain Mike Franklin's building a hydrojet-powered surfboard. Slightly faster than this. Robodoc flipped up, but it won't matter. The tracks can roll this robot upside down. The clock ticks down. They've done enough. The battle as Robotwars favourite after the demise of Mortis earlier on, and immediately flipping hardbar once and twice. Over the seesaw there. Oh, magnificent stuff. Evil Knievel goes beyond the ramp. Turn turtle. Ah, brilliant! Superb gymnastics from Cassius. Go on, kill each other. Cassius, oh hey! A flyover from Panic Attack. Kill-A-Lot, and Kill-A-Lot flipped it. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it? Yes! We have seen it!
Arguably, the true stars of Robotwars go by the names of Matilda, Sergeant Bash, Shunt, Dead Metal and Sir Kill-A-Lot. Week in and week out, they tirelessly fight the good fight, mocking the opposition, taking no prisoners. They're vindictive, they're cruel, their reign of death and destruction knows no bounds. And if you want action, well, it doesn't get any better than this.
They've been scalped! Leviathan by Kill-A-Lot! Coming in here! Matilda too! Leviathan struggling really to hold on. And in comes Shunt as well with a deadly axe! Piercing and punctuating and puncturing! That spider of Panic Attack! What are they going to do now? Oh, that is the eye on the spider! And this looks deadly!
Since when have a house robot had machine guns?
That looked very painful, right in the technical bits, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit nasty, isn't it?
Peter Gibson looks dubious. Impaling Wheelosaurus on the deadly tank traps. Matilda in there as well. There's a circular saw blade. They're after Wheelosaurus here. Pinning him in. In comes Shunt with the pickaxe. One blow, two blows. There's the Shunt cam. They're trying to get to the very brains of the beast. I think they're after revenge. This is carnage. They're after blood and oil.
Imagine you're a robot here, on the eve of battle. You've considered your strategies and anticipated every counter-attack. Nothing can go wrong. Glory awaits. And then everything goes pants. You'd best think again.
In comes Dead Metal circular saw with that 7mm thick mild steel on the shell.
What's your job on the team?
tactician.
Right. And what does that mean exactly?
Working out tactics.
On that mild steel box section, slowly being eased towards the pit.
So, did you work out that you should end up in the pit, or was that not part of your tactics?
That's not part of my tactics.
It's an improvement over the robot that we had in the last war, in that we've gone from wheels to tracks, which means we'd have no ground clearance problems anymore. We've also improved the hammer mechanism, which is very similar to the one that we had in the last war.
Ramesses II takes on the wall. Now there's that 4-foot-long hammer, and almost overthrew Ramesses II there, almost overbalancing.
It's got a large fence post on the front, which is designed to raise and hopefully take out some nasty cutting gear.
Here's Pandemonium circling, coming in with the front spike. That's dangerous driving though, because Matilda's tusks are in the PPZ, and it's all over. That was Pandemonium.
20 seconds and we're beaten up by a couple of girls, no offence. What can you do? We thought she was heavy, thought she had a very low centre of gravity, and thought she would stay upright. How wrong could we have been?
It's made with a plastic shell, and if it gets tipped over, it rewrites itself because of the shape of it.
Jousting, medieval dancing by Ivanhoe early on. He actually has a come into play! But the Ram has again! GBH! Grand! Brave! Honourable winner, surely!
We're reasonably confident now. Reasonably.
Tantalising, teetering, tottering, toppling, tantrum, total! Even your trolley's breaking!
It's a robot, isn't it? We should have put the trolley into the competition.
Yeah, probably would have had better luck, wouldn't it? Let's face it.
And there's Sir Killalot coming in round the back. He's mean, he's moody, he's magnificent.
His main weaponry is this arm which goes up and then it activates the micro switch at the back which turns on this lethal chainsaw.
Napalm, one of the heavyweight robots, but look at that, a lightweight in the arms of Sir Killalot. And the chainsaws come off. That's the weaponry gone.
Chainsaws might cut you up, and hammers might fall. But there's one fate a robot fears above all: being barbecued over the flame pit or lightly roasted by Sergeant Bash. With this in mind, let's warm things up a little bit with the best of the Infernos.
Bash and Killalot and Matilda. They're trying to burn the motors out. The wheels are still spinning though on all torque. Smoke I can see there. There is smoke and flame. They're in trouble here.
We've got very thick plastic armour, which is very, very light, but very hard to cut if you're set up to cut steel, which is what the robots around here all seem to be set up to cut.
So Killalot turns towards the flaming pit. I wonder whether this will be a barbecue. Ramesses II surely out. Bash in there with a flamethrower. Show to Killalot, hoisting them in the air. Oh, but look, Killalot's on fire. Killalot's aflame. Nemesis smoking, burning, on fire. Waiting for them is Killalot too. Oh my goodness me. Hopes up in flames. Burning, boggling Nemesis eyes. They're great, the boys from Ireland. They just love to be torched. Charbroiled Aurak, up in flames, up in smoke, the hopes and dreams. A horrible smell fills the arena. The stench of defeat and despondency. Look at the holes. Not wholesome fun for Aurak. Elvis on fire again. Well, he did like his burgers. Flame grilled. All the care, all the dedication to build your robot, and when it's destroyed, you have to have a laugh. There's a whiff from the quiff. Elvis is smoking. Matthew Barker, David Barker, and Ian Pritchard making the tail. Oh, magnificent! Great balls of fire. Sergeant Bash looking to singe the fringe once more. Well, there's Dead Metal's camera. They're after Millie Anberg. Can they get it onto the flaming pit? Flipped up by Killalot. Oh dear, immobilised. Young Carl.
Right, a bit damaged really, isn't there?
Few scratches.
Do you think you're through to the next round?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Just picked up so effortlessly by Killalot. What a myth! Pièce de resistance has become some sort of dreadful plaything for Killalot. Broiled bottle eyes, you will not be going to the ball. Cinders.
Of course, things don't always go the house robot's way. Matilda, Sergeant Bash, Shuns, Dead Metal and Sir Killalot have all been on the receiving end of some severe punishment. They've tasted the bitterness of defeat. They've been humiliated once too often, and there can be no excuse for performances as poor as this.
A little pirouette of delight. Oh, magnificent! And he's flipped Matilda. It's the second time he's done it. Look at that. Drew them in. Up goes Matilda. All talk cost nearly £2,000 to build, and it's money well spent. Driving ineffectively against Matilda. The sparks fly from Matilda's nostrils. And All Talk pushes the house robot back. She tries to block the ramp route. This is a tremendous run. Go on, All Talk. One push, one ramp. Oh, something's come off. It's the company toy, Matilda. Matilda pushed away. Yes. In comes the sergeant again, determined to take Demon out, and does so. But they're going nowhere as Killalot comes in. Oh, it plucks up Groundhog so effortlessly. Turns and twists, ready for the kill. No! They've killed Killalot. He's been dragged to the ground. It's never happened before. This is the king of the house robots. This is unbelievable. This is a battle of pride here, because Chaos is doing enough surely to go through anyway, but it wants Dead Metal in that pit. It wants Dead Metal submerged in the smoke. Can he pull Dead Metal in? Humiliation for the house robot. Oh, in comes Shunt to try and spin it away, and Shunt goes instead. In goes the ball. 20 points. Can they get beyond Matilda and hit that 50-point marker? Matilda's gone. Brilliant stuff. Get out of there, Matilda. Have they given up the ghost? Let's see what's happening to Panic Attack. Oh, look at that damage caused to Sergeant Bash. Oh, and look at Matilda. The tusks raised in anger, in frustration, in for another battering. Matilda's lost her tusk. She's toothless. Down over the seesaw, Wheelosaurus taking on Sergeant Bash with a circular saw. And again, but flipped on its side, Wheelosaurus. Can it pick itself up? Yes, it can. To go back at Sergeant Bash, then Metal's in there as well. And that looks like the gas canister's been ripped off Sergeant Bash. Who'd have thought the Victorian plant wheels could disable Sergeant Bash?
What happened?
I don't know. I came over the ramp and I got mugged by these two robots, and I was just acting in self-defense, and something happened to Sergeant Bash, but I hope you'll be all right.
You do not hope you'll be all right, you fibber.
Staying on in there, holding on in there, flipped up, Shunt comes in and finally going over the edge and taking Tilda with her. Still the barrel in the way, not exactly a barrel of laughs as Dead Metal comes in and Dead Metal's gone, brilliant! I'm not too sure what role Talos played, but they love it. Let's have a look. It was a little shot from Talos. Dead Metal almost on the edge. Or was it a dummy to draw in Hardbark there? And finally goes, but it takes Dead Metal with it. In comes Killalot again. They're cushioned in there. Have they done enough? Oh, Killalot's taken a tumble. He lost his way. A poor performance, dodgy workmanship, driving so bad that you'd easily qualify for 3 penalty points. In Robot Wars, some things are best left forgotten.
Sumo's our sort of event. We've got a lot of talk, and we think we can sit there better than most of the others.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The wrong team plastered then. And doesn't it show?
Hay's not like any other robot in Robot Wars. We've got this, our kinetic stabber. Goes from the horizontal up to about 80 degrees of elevation, squirt of oxygen, squirt of fuel, spark in the back, banag, hardened steel bolt, and it does this to anybody that happens to get in the way.
Roboteers, stand by.
Pain is next up.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Here we go then. No, we don't. The pain in the main is heading down the drain, I think.
all our electronics died.
Yeah, we've lost the kinetic stabber, which was going to be our weapon, and unfortunately we're without it.
We've resigned ourselves to the do better next year suicide approach.
The movable video cassette recorder with the two front prongs.
One of the house robots is going over. I've got a lifting arm, so I might as well use it.
The graduate from Reading University flipped up. You can see the Matilda cam there close up. And Oliver, who loves 3D cartoons, this is a little bit Mickey Mouse, and you could be on the way to Pluto. We've enjoyed having the brothers for their confirmation. The worst result so far, Griffin, out.
Do you not think you should be doing a bit of tinkering? Is there nothing for you to fix on your robot?
Probably get some padding on this, make it more comfortable, but that's about it.
Overconfidence could be a load of balderdash, couldn't it, really? Especially with dead metal in that sort of form. Oh, you're out! Cease. Killalon has picked it up, wrenching one of the wheels away. Oh, look at the faces. Piece de resistance. No resistance there. Surrender. And the hopes of Colin Scott, they're hanging by a thread.
Well, it was pièce de resistance and now it's a piece of scrap.
It's turbo charged now. That's extra.
And how have you achieved that in the couple of hours we've had?
Bigger batteries.
Well, let's see what power. We had pièce de resistance with that snow plough. Raise, here we go. No power at all. And the barrels stay in place.
We've got a new shell, we've got new weapons, we've got new motors, we've got a new chassis. In fact, not very much is the same. And we're ready to do battle.
David, who wants to go to university. The flipper, no use there on the ram rig. Oh, look at Killalot. In comes his lance. Scratching, mutilating. The circular saws, grinding. No petticoats underneath, look, just machinery. Up it goes, almost up and off. Good cancer. You have disrobed Floody Scuddy. Penetrating, piercing, punitive, pathetic, Cruella. And Mace is coming back ever so slowly. Mace now pushed away by the Sentinel, teetering, tottering and gone. And Panic Attack is through. And the crowd want the end of it. So does she and the rest of the team. And into the pits. And that's it for Vercingetorix and the Roman boys.
Let's face it, Robot Wars is all about carnage and destruction. The sheer brutality of two tin-plated warriors smashing each other into tiny pieces. The spectacle of one crazed machine pushing another into the pit of oblivion. In recognition of this fact, it's time for the best pits and pieces.
Almost flipped. Oh, goodness me, what a surprise! He's taking on them all! And finally, I think this could be some respite for Rex if they nudge him in. Oh, it's a tired Cassius. And finally towards the pit and down and out for Groundhog. This one will do. Bye-bye, Bearmont. Up he goes! And you've got the death pit there as well. Oblivion awaits. Literally! Bye-bye! Oh, tottering, teetering, Tilda's tusks. Tatar. Nemesis just sitting there, really all towards the pit and finally in! The end for Nemesis. Using the four-wheel drive towards the pit of oblivion. Disruptor on the edge here. Down, down, down. The end is nigh. And comes for Disruptor. Back towards the pit. Technophobic. I hope it's not claustrophobic or arachnophobic. There are spiders down there. It's dark, it's gloomy, and you're going down. Down, down, deeper than down.
There's nothing harmonious about robots locked in battle. But for one team, Robot Wars isn't just about tuning engines.
Strength is gone and the power packs depleted. Then the mercy of the foe will surely be defeated. With ball and chain and hammer and sword, battle is destroyed. Vital circles torn apart, cast into the void. Mechanical bodies that have no soul, and machines that have no feeling. The tide
the robots, we're going to trash the house robots. We're not scared of you, we just want some violence. Violence!
It might appear chaotic, but the sport of Robot Wars is governed by very strict rules and regulations. When told to activate, you activate. When told to cease, you cease. However, on occasion, the house robots have been known to misbehave.
Cease. Demolition Demon! Certainly ruffling the feathers of the house robots! And they seem to have gone berserk! They're angry! They want revenge! And Demolition Demon is bearing the brunt of their anger! Come on, stop it! They've gone berserk! Well, well, well. 1 second to go, they're through! Too late now for Matilda.
Matilda, cease when you're told to.
More to go.
When push comes to shove, and it often does on Robot Wars, there can be no greater sight than two robots locked in battle. Chainsaws throb menacingly, waiting for release. Hammers and axes strike with deadly accuracy. Shrapnel flies across the arena floor like confetti at a wedding. But robots don't live together in married bliss. They want to divorce the hell out of each other.
Oh, kilohertz, that's gruesome and ghastly. It's no teddy bear's picnic, that's for sure. And Matilda smells wood and goes in. And there's the immediate danger of having wooden wheels. In comes Matilda, trying to cut those Victorian pram wheels apart. Flip, little hop, skip and a jump. Kilotron, and survival, oh, look at that for damage. Kilotron well on top here, and pulling, and rocking, and rolling, and toppling. And it's Kilotron through! Certainly, the Cambridge University students have the upper hand with the weaponry. Perfection. Perforation. Look at that. Holy smoke. It looks like the end for Oblivion here. Panic Attack, the faster, heavier, but smaller of the two. Has to avoid those flailing lumps of metal. Has to avoid the circular saw blade underneath if Whirling Dervish gets up on top like that. But flipped up by the two electrically operated lifting spikes, could be in danger. Has to avoid the PPZ, don't forget. The perimeter patrol zone guarded by our own house robots, choked and pulled and flipped. And now in comes Dead Metal with those horrible pincers dragging it back in to the kill. Burning rubber. Behemoth pushing towards Sir Killalot. Oh, look at the jade. I think Sir Killalot wanted a little bit of jewellery there, a bracelet. There's something wrong here with Dreadnought, I'm sure. Impaled on the spike. Can they get off there now, though? Must have been the spike that stopped them. No, they're not moving. Dreadnought. And the house robot sense it there, Sir Killalot. Also in there is Shunt. And that's Roast Beetle. And I tell you who loves Roast Beetle. Matilda. Tasting. Matilda in on Dreadnought, lifting it away from the flaming pit. Sir Killalot, there's the kill cam, lifting up. Oh, that's really good. A lift on Dreadnought, in comes the axe. Dreadnought here in terminal decline and incline. Impaled, the body shell ripped away.
So there you have it, you lucky people. You've seen the axle grinders and the circular saws. Now you've seen the best of Robot Wars.
Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you must first join the Robot Wars Club. Send a £10 cheque or postal order to Robot Wars London W1A3AR. Members will also receive a badge, video and club magazine. If you build a qualifying robot, your money will be refunded. For more information, call our...
Quietly confident. Extremely confident.
Oh?
Yeah, we're going to win. It's not a problem.
Okay, that's pretty much summed up then. Coming back to Henry team, come on, gather round, let's have a team talk. What are you going to do? How are you going to beat them?
Just going to try our best and hit them hard.
You're quite nervous about this against Stegosaurus, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why? Because what's he got that you haven't got?
A flipper.
A flipper, which is a bit worrying.
So there go the confident Stegosaurus boys, and the Henry team worried about the flipper. Stegosaurus look mean, don't they? Henry, Granny on the back, Stegosaurus with the flipper and the speed.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
And what Tom Moy needs at the controls of Henry is a good start here, and it has not come. There's something wrong. They're still stuck on the arena wall. Stegosaurus backs back for a big front assault. Can Tom get Henry going? Yes, he can. Just about. That was a fitful start, though, and a major worry. Stegosaurus looks a little bit pensive. Were they being sucked into some sort of trap there, he wonders. Meanwhile, Henry's front spikes seem to have embedded it on the arena wall, and again, they do have problems here. And in comes Stegosaurus with the ram onto the picture of Granny. I wonder how Granny's getting on there. Don't mess with Granny was the message from the Henry team. Stegosaurus, meanwhile, had problems trying to get away from the flame pit. Lacking traction, it seemed. Oh, Henry nearly flipped over by the spike. Dodging in behind Sergeant Bash. Now there's an intelligent move for you. Exactly. What are you going to do now, Henry? Well, it's not hooray, Henry, because it wasn't a very good move, let's be honest. I think Sergeant was a little bit kind on letting you out there. I think Sergeant was taken by surprise, to be honest. And the tactic. Now Henry's tactic is to take on Shunt. Very strange here from Tom and his kids. And that's what Shunt thinks of Henry. And there the spike again. It's been a problem throughout. Its undoing is the front spike embedding on the arena wall. And Shunt comes in for the punishment of Henry. Drags Henry away. And there, well, I think we've had the whack of the blade of Shunt about 6 times. The 6 blades of Henry, perhaps. Oh! And in goes Stegosaurus with another crumpling run. Look at this. Oh, dear. Magnificent stuff from the Stegosaurus team. And meanwhile, Henry's now caught by the jet of flame. And the smart paintwork, well, goodness knows what's happened to Granny, meanwhile. The smart paintwork is being scratched. Ah, dear. That's Sergeant Bash's claw. That is dead metal, elevating the circular saw to come in. Oh, look at that. Henry hacked. Henry hold. Hideous Henry. And Granny's getting a haircut. Well, it's a little bit of a head-splitting headache for Granny. And again, slicing in dead metal. And the poor old Henry team.
Well, it wasn't hooray Henry. Stegosaurus was dynamite. Stegosaurus through to the 3rd round.
You're not looking very jubilant.
Well,
Why
it's early days.
Is that why? You're thinking still what you've got ahead?
To see how long we can last. We're glad we got this far.
Looks as if it comes from an ancient past, but it's heading into the future, Stegosaurus. And next up, Robopig and Napalm.
Robopig is next in, so Daniel, how do you feel? You've got a very special job today, haven't you? What is it?
Driving the robot.
You're driving the robot. Are you worried about the Napalm girls? Do you think they might beat you?
No.
No, good. Confidence, see? That's what we like to
What did you
say.
say their robot looked like this morning?
Yeah.
Pile of junk? You think their napalm looks like a pile of junk? Oh! Fighting talk then. Did you hear that? Daniel reckons your robot looks like a pile of junk.
There's a bit of a joke. Daniel Spawn.
I agree with you.
Girls and boys come out to play. Well, hey, revenge for the junk jibe? Not too sure. Daniel at the controls. Napalm and Robopig. Will Daniel,
Robot ears, stand by.
be able to bring home the
3,
bacon? 2, 1. Activate. Or will Robo-Pig get the big pork chop from the mandibles at the back of Napalm? There you see that piggy tongue licking out, and it's quite deadly. Again, flicking out there. The little blade on the front of Robo-Pig. A lifting spike to get underneath Napalm, perhaps. David Crosby at the controls, head teacher in the Dartford School. Robo-Pig, a little nudge back on Napalm. How powerful are those mandible jaws against a plastic piggy? Well, at the moment, the victory could be in the piggy bank. As once again, it's the more aggressive, taking on Napalm. Pushing it towards the side of the arena and into the CPZ. And that shunt ball with a mighty blade onto the front of bruised and battered Napalm. Robo-Pig pushing Napalm back towards that CPZ again, or was Napalm dragging Robo-Pig in there? It might have been very intelligent stuff from David at the controls. And there the plastic body shell of Robo-Pig taking punishment, but getting away with it. The wheel spinners is flicked up. Well, I don't know what happens. You turn turtle in the animal world. What happens when a piggy turns upside down? Go on, young Daniel. Get control of your oinker out there. It's brilliant. Piggy up on his tail. He's going for a piggy back on Napalm. Look at this. Up you go. Little bit of a piggy back. And still moving onwards. Great stuff from Robo-Pig. Still standing on his hind legs. Well, oh, look at that. Oh, dear. Eventually rolling over. Oh, poor old Daniel. He'd done so brilliantly. Still spinning upside down. Anyone fancy a little bit of belly of pork? Yes, the house robots certainly do. They're a bit of pork rind at the end, look. He's hardly giving it a pork scratching, is he? Killalot comes in as well. Oh, they're all in for the kill now. And the Napalm team know they have this one, possibly by default, because of what's happened to Robo-Pig. Killalot. And I think we do! Smoky bacon! And Killalot's on fire too! And that's the first time we've seen that in Robot Wars history! Killalot taking punishment! It's Porky's revenge! Killalot on fire! How about that? Go Killalot. I'm not too sure if he can go anywhere. Well done, Daniel!
Robo-Pig toasted, Killalot on fire, Napalm the victors. I love the smell of toast and bacon.
I know you could do some slightly longer ones.
Oh, do they suit me? Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
Oh, they're a bit smelly. You can tell they've had a roasting. Yeah?
They're all shouting, going, turn left, turn left, turn left. I'm going, where's left?
It is, it's
We've got it here.
And I've got its eyelashes.
Lashes to lashes, dust to dust, Robo-Pig go out, Napalm through. And that's the final.
And now for the main course. Two robots hungry for a place in our series semi-finals. One's going to bite off more than he can chew.
Stegosaurus is the lighter of the robots in the final, but look at this power against Aurak's Revenge, one of the heat favourites in its first battle. Dumping Aurak's Revenge into the pit. Henry was no match whatsoever for this impressive Stegosaurus. Look at the slam against the arena wall. Now this is Napalm. Took a judge's decision to get rid of Caterkiller. Didn't turn into a butterfly really, Caterkiller. And then Robo-Pig, of course. Splendid balletics. But Robo-Pig eventually toppled and Napalm went through.
So, last trounced Henry by you, which was a difficult fight, wasn't it?
It was.
It wasn't easy, but this one's going to be even harder because it's Napalm, who, however rubbish they think they are, always seem to manage to get through.
Yeah, that's what concerns us. They seem to have a lot of luck on their side, don't they? Yeah, to be as difficult as any other battle, I'm sure that we're confident.
Are you in full working order?
Yeah, we can only sustain a couple of minor dents on the front.
Fantastic.
Other than that, no problem.
Oh, look, your trophy, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just one ear, that's all that's left.
I was after we had the beacon room.
I heard that laugh.
Stegosaurus, feeling confident?
Yep.
I can't believe this napalm robot got this far.
No way. Question of luck, I think.
Oh, so you're feeling really cocky.
Yep.
Prepare to do battle. Well, you heard what I said. I can't believe you got this far. Oh, too bad, really.
Oh, I'm pleased with how far we've got so far.
What do you think of this Stegosaurus robot, though?
Oh, it should be a really good match.
You looking forward to it?
Yeah.
You feeling confident?
Yeah.
Prepare to do battle.
Stegosaurus. Dan King's hero is Jimi Hendrix. There he is, all along his own watchtower. And David Crosby and the Napalm team. Can they make a silk purse out of a sow's ear?
3, 2, 1, activate.
This for a place in the Robot Wars Series semi-final. Tentative opening. Stegosaurus with the slam again. On that front shovel of napalm. Difficult to slam into it, as Stegosaurus did against Henry in its last fight. I don't think that weapon of napalm's... Now back into shunt in the CPZ. Napalm riding high up on Stegosaurus and crumpled. And it doesn't look like a pile of old junk when you look at it like that. Napalm doesn't look as if it'll be long before bits start falling off. Stegosaurus again with the powerful drive. Look at this, straight onto the snow plough of shut up in the air against the arena wall. Dragged back for another go. Tattered and torn. The dreams perhaps of Claire Greenaway, Vicky Organ and David Crosby in that napalm team from the Dartford score. Again Stegosaurus on the attack. Dan King and Peter Rowan, Rob Heisman look here as if they've got this heat final sewn up. Napalm can't get away at the moment. I think they're trying to get it away from the arena wall. Instructions from Vicky to her head teacher. Maybe detention next week for Napalm, but not in the arena, I don't think. Not going to be around much longer. Or, I don't know, because Stegosaurus has been pushed against the arena wall now, and in comes Shunt. And now, the heat final favourites are in trouble. Stegosaurus on its side. That's good work by Napalm to recover from their dreadful start. And it's the turn of the Stegosaurus boys to manoeuvre itself away. They did well, actually. I thought for a minute they were wobbling. In comes the dinosaur. Oh, and the front is rendered and ripped apart. Look at this. Slammed against the arena wall again, flapping. And that's not just the team up there in the control box. That's the robot too. Dragged towards Killalot. Pushed back again into the centre of the arena. House Robots hungry for a little taster of napalm. It might have napalm breath. You wouldn't want to get in the way of that. But it certainly is not setting this heat final aflame yet. Napalm. Spiking the arena floor. That, of course, is where the pit normally is. But not for a heat final like this. Skimming over the top and straight onto the grinding, lancing weapon of Killalot. Into the guts of Napalm. Desperately trying to stay alive. But the writing is not just on the front of Napalm, it's on the wall. Brave to the end. Stegosaurus a little nudge. Killalot with the grasp. Looks to me as if something's falling off the front of Napalm too. Bent and buckled. Look at that, absolutely destroyed. In comes Stegosaurus. How is it still moving? What a brave effort from Napalm. Looks like some old car that's been through the mill and crumpled in a wrecker's yard. And he's still going, just about, and on the attack, would you believe, right at the end.
Cease.
Well, that's a tremendous final.
Well, while the judges make their decision, let's look at some highlights from that battle.
Stegosaurus on the attack early on. Points will be scored with that drive. Back comes Napalm, no damage sustained. Riding piggyback on Stegosaurus and the scales of the old dinosaur. But then, this was the surprise. Napalm attacking, Stegosaurus on the arena wall, eventually getting out though, and the end damage, and I'm sure terminal, was sustained by Napalm.
And we have a unanimous decision. Not much of a surprise there. The winner is Stegosaurus.
Yes! Well, that was easy. Napalm is going home in a bin bag. I mean, you just battered him. Is the camaraderie great in the pits, or is it all push and shove and handbags at 10 paces?
We'll find out when we go back in there.
Good luck as you continue on Robot Wars. Well, the Earth was once ruled by the great dinosaurs, and we've still got one left on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
There'll be more metal mangling mayhem as Robot Wars returns on Friday at 6:45 on BBC Two. Tonight at 6:45, alien intervention in a brand new series of Star Trek Voyager.
Got moved.
Oh dear, it did actually. I mean, there was one bit where you were a napalm sandwich, weren't it? I mean...
Napalm on toast now.
Building robots is dangerous and shouldn't be attempted without great care. To receive our safety guidelines, you